First and foremost, I would like to say to everybody who's deciding to, be up late, even though it's a Friday night, anybody who decides to stay up, I would like to say thank you for rocking with your boy. It is Friday, 10:05 to be exact. Well, 10:06 now. June the 27th, 2025. As you can see, you see what I was doing. This is why we're having such a late show. I had a gig. I had to go clear across town, cross the river to DJ in West Chesterfield. Shout out to Skip With Academy, West Chesterfield. It was very nice. Daddy-daughter dance. Very nice. It was. It was cool. It was cool. And the last song I played, that being Luther Vandross, by playing the last song we played, Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father, that got me. It did. It got me because, well, that song always got me. Okay, that song always got me because I played "Isn't She Lovely" because all the daddies had their little daughters, they had their little princesses, looking so nice, looking so beautiful. I gave a shout out to all of the fathers. Hey. I gave a shout out to all of the fathers who were, had their daughters just dressed up. It did look like bells of the ball. And I played "Isn't She Lovely." That was supposed to be the last song, but then I got a request for "Dance with My Father," and man, and that just, like I said, that just got me. But anyway, I'm gonna have an opening talk because, well, first of all, the adventure, I didn't get in the house until like 9:30 because I take away there. 27 minutes, no toll. So when I get in the car, I put in my address. It says 27 minutes, but I have to pay toll. So I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. So now I'm kind of irritated because, I'm in a shopping center, but I'm in a very nice, amongst the rich shopping center. And I'm like, ain't no 7-Elevens in this bitch. And of course, I don't see that. And I'm like, well, damn, So I have to get on Midlothian Turnpike. And once I finally find a gas station, wouldn't you know it, the gas station ain't had no ATM. How the hell do a gas station don't have no ATM? He was like, well, we're in a transition. I said, it's okay. I just walked out, went to a Kroger's across the street, got me some change back, of course. So then I get back, once I get back in my car, pull up the GPS again. This time it says 27 minutes, no tolls. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? But be that as it may, then I stopped at Roma's because I wanted to get my pizza. I had my heart and my tummy was determined to have a small sausage pizza from Roma's once I got done DJing. So yes, I got that. I came home. I unloaded all my equipment. I sat down, ate a couple pieces, and we're here. So I get asked, sometimes, what's the basis of the show? How far do I want to take the show? And my question, my answer to that question is always, and I say that because, and when I do talks like this, I try to be as articulate as possible, even though I've been doing this for almost 7 years now. It's gotten a little bit different over the last almost 2 years since I've switched from strictly audio to strictly visual, to strictly doing YouTube lives or live podcasts, because the first 5 years of the show, it was strictly audio. It was strictly audio. And now almost the last two, you've been able to see my beautiful face. And, and so when I'm asked, and I've been asked this for a while, where are you trying to take it? How far are you trying to take it? And, anybody who watches, who wants to comment, is welcome. And I will say this, since I've gone live, I have, however small, a very loyal fan base, I would say. And I look at that as fam, because I'm just that guy who, I look at that as fam. And they're deeply appreciated and they're deeply loved, because it's not hard to find this show. Not hard to find. You scroll down Facebook and you see me, talking about something. Whether you can hear the volume or not, when you scroll down Instagram and you see me talking, blah 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 blah. And what I've tried to explain for the entirety of the show is that when I first started this show, the basics and the values from when I started the show back on Thanksgiving 2018 has not changed. And when I say loyal fans, I mean people like Lomar. What up, Lomar? Oh, the damn show almost fell. What up, Lomar? What up, Coach Hampton? I say that people like Lomar, Hampton, Denise, Alicia, people I love dearly, who are loyal, true to the game, and like I said, it's like fam. But I never, when I started the show, like I said, Thanksgiving 2018, I never started this with the intentions to be anybody's influencer. I never started this for money. Now, as I say that, you clearly can see, whoops, I haven't figured this out yet. You see my Cash App right here? The reason why the Cash App is right there is because I figure, well, why the hell not? I watch YouTube videos all the time where people like, hit the like button, smash that like button, donate to so-and-so's content. I don't say that. I have the Cash App right here because I'm like, if anybody, ever wants to donate, and wants to donate, or pretty much, let's call it what it is, pay for this entertainment that you get. If anybody wants to pay for that, there's my Cash App right there. And if you don't, I don't care, because this has never been about money. No. I created this because it was an outlet. I had been told that I should do something like this for a while. I had been thinking about it for a while. I was going through some shit. I was going through a lot of shit when I first created this platform. I was going through some shit. I ain't lying. And I needed something to where I could just vent and it not be seen as aggressive or anything like that. So now this show has arms and legs and a pulse because of the people who just commented on the chat. And the people who actually want to be a part of the show, like Robert, like Zach, Zach, like Kia, like Tony, like Sean, like Aaron, like Keith, who one of these people who want to be a part of the show. So the show has now taken on a life. But even then, the reason for the podcast, the reason why it exists is the same reason. To talk shit and have fun. To talk shit and have fun. So when you see me chuckling at something that Robert is talking about when he says, we are watching a movie. when I laugh at stuff like that, when Tony was on here and I would chuckle because they would be so serious, and they're saying what they want to say. They're using the platform to deliver a message that they feel needs to be heard. And I'm damn happy that I'm able to do that for my brothers. But when you see me laugh, you know why I'm laughing? Because that's just me. That's part of the reason why this was created. It's just me. You see enough horrible news every time you scroll down YouTube, every time you turn on your regular ass TV, every time you power up your phone, every time you go on the internet on your phone, you see bad shit popping up all the time. And why do you think every time we have a serious conversation, I can always depend on Ray J, or I do something silly? Because it's who I am. It's who this show is. This show is not meant to be a Debbie Downer to make people scared of the outside world. I mean, I don't need to contribute to doing that. Everyday life will do that shit itself. Everyday life will do that itself. You don't need me to help you do that. So that's why I always do something silly. Well, one, because that's who I am. I mean, I don't give a damn how old I am. It's in my personality. It's in my persona. And I have enough serious shit to worry about in my own life. I mean, look, sometimes there's a loneliness that creeps here when I'm in this apartment all by myself. Sometimes I get lonely. I do. Sometimes I really, really do get lonely. And sometimes I just would like some company. Sometimes I would like somebody to have and to hold and to hug and to love. But then I go to work, or I go to work, or I get a text message or whatever, and I hear something about somebody who that nigga ain't shit, or my husband ain't shit, or my girl ain't shit. They did yada yada yada, and I'd be like, man, y'all remind me of why the hell I'm still single, man. Boy, because your peace is priceless. And, and there was one point in time, and I know I may seem like I'm all over the place. I don't care. As articulate as I can try to be, there are just times in this show, particularly on Fridays, where I don't give a fuck. Okay? Where I don't care. That's usually when the liquor kicks in. By the way, been having some great work. I had a great workout yesterday. I was, like I said, I had DJ today, but a great workout yesterday. Great workout on Wednesday too in the house. Even though that he was trying to kick my ass, I got to get my body to match my pretty face. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there was a point in time where I was a hopeless romantic. Absolutely. There was times in life where I was just a hopeless romantic. Now I just may be hopeless. I know the romance still exists. It definitely still exists because I love people. But the PTSD is real. It's been a minute since I said that. And I see the way that this society is going with the constant, let's go ahead and throw allegations on the dude for this, that, and this. Let's go ahead and continue to trash this man for that and trash that man for that. Charlemagne said something I believe was gold when talking about the Fat Joe allegations. He said that all these nonstop allegations is the Pay Me Too movement. I couldn't agree with him more. And now you got Michelle Obama doing some fuck shit to her husband. What she said in that interview about her husband was some fuck shit. That was some bullshit. Oh, I wouldn't want another son. That means I would raise another Barack Obama. Bitches, you crazy? Yeah, I said it. Come on, man. No, because you think, how many people think that you could just keep on disrespecting a man and you could just get away with it? And it's just cool. Ain't nobody supposed to say nothing. Now, as far as Barack goes, to me, Barack then turned into a little, he turned into a weakling, because now his daughters are they want to drop their last name. Well, because we want to get further without the last name. That's your father. Unless you get married, that's your father. Your mother took his last name. That's your father's last name. And Barack is just okay with it, bro. You clearly are not the alpha, not just in your household, but in your family. Michelle Obama, it's a lot of hateration coming from her. And that stuff infects the women of the world, particularly the women of this country. Because, that's Michelle Obama. So if she can do this, I can too. And you doing it for what? It just seemed like a bunch of hating. It seemed like a hint of jealousy. Did you want the power that your husband had? Then run for president, chick. I'd have voted for you had you ran this last time. Now I done lost respect for you because you pulled some fuck shit on your husband talking that bullshit. I mean, she already done left the man out there to dry too many times. With him having to go to the funeral and other events by himself, being the only black president. All these other old presidents, all these other old white presidents, they there, whether they've had problems with their marriage or not, their former first ladies was by their side. But no, not Michelle. Well, she ain't want to be there. See, okay. So he can be left out to dry by himself. Man, y'all don't get it. Some of y'all don't fucking get it. But you know, the thing that I've learned, and maybe this is one reason why I may end up being alone for a long time, I don't know what the Heavenly Father has in store for me. He's got the wheel. I'm riding shotgun. But what I've noticed with a lot of females is that it's never enough. I'm just saying, never enough. It's just never enough. Never. Your husband was the president of the United States of America. That's not enough. What the fuck? Your husband made Martin Luther King type history, Malcolm X type history. He's viewed in that light, and that's not enough. Oh no. Shame on you. Shame on you. And Barack, shame on you for putting, man, somebody need to, I'm going to tell you, like my daddy told me a long time ago, grab your balls and toughen up. Fuck wrong with you? You was the leader of the free world, and now you getting overrun. Nigga, what? Anyway, I just had to get that off. So let me go ahead and talk about what I need to talk about before I bring the folk on. The NBA draft. Nothing surprising about the NBA draft. Cooper Flagg was taken number 1 out of Duke. Dylan Harper was taken second. Ace Bailey was taken by the Utah Jazz with the 5th pick, where he did not want to be. But you know what? That's where you're drafted. It's a privilege to play in the NBA. And Utah may be the place that may be best for you because the coaching is best. And as far as the NBA goes, the NBA, You get thumbs down for dragging your draft out for a second day. Really? Are you serious? The NBA draft is over in 2 fucking hours. You really drag that out to a second day? Stop being Mr. or Mrs. Copycat. This is why the NBA, I've lost so much luster for the NBA because, for one, the superstar players aren't available enough. And two, the NBA is just on some copycat shit, bro. You're not the NFL. You're not the NFL. And even the NFL, it'd be overzealous and dragging their draft out. That's why they ain't do it like that this year. But Cooper Flagg was taken number 1. People say he's going to be a superstar, yada, yada, yada. I see Cooper Flagg as being a very good role player. I don't see the superstar that everybody else sees. Maybe I could be wrong, but I see him as being a very good role player. The team that actually makes me the most curious right now is the San Antonio Spurs, because they keep drafting people at the same position. They drafted Stephon Castle last year. He won Rookie of the Year. They drafted another shooting guard. I can't even remember the motherfucking name. Oh, Dylan Harper. They drafted Dylan Harper, and then they traded in the midseason for De'Aaron Fox. All these dudes are the same position, same height. What are you going to do? Unless you're going to run a 3-guard lineup to build around Wemby, one of them got to go. And people are saying, well, you could package Dylan Harper as the centerpiece of a trade. No, if anybody, if they won't, I don't think they'll make the trade this season. They'll see how this season plays out. And then if anybody gets traded, it'll probably be De'Aaron Fox because he's the oldest. Why wouldn't you continue with your youth movement and let those players grow together? Even though you traded De'Aaron Fox before the blood clots happened in Wemby, you wanted to see where that went. And De'Aaron Fox, not a lot of people be open to be traded to San Antonio. As great as that organization has been over the last almost over 30 years, a lot of people don't be clamoring to go to San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox, who's a star, been in the league going on a decade, but still only 28 years old. He wanted to go there, but we'll see now. But we will have to see. We will have to see. But we are officially in the dog days of summer. So the only thing I'm looking for now, because I can't sit and watch baseball every day for summer. The only thing I'm looking forward now is NFL preseason and the continued build-up to the mega super fight that is Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. I can't wait. You know, I was against this fight 2 years ago. It's been almost 2 years since Crawford beat Errol Spence, and they were talking about it then, and I was like, no, man, why? Why? You know, the weight advantage, that's when Crawford was still 147. He moved up, fought at 154 last year, and that was about a year ago. Well, it'll be over a year by the time that fight comes up. Bro, you hype, bro. I'm hype. But what Terrence Crawford has done is allow his body to grow naturally, so he can be an actual 168 pounder. He ain't gonna come in weighing no 168. I promise you that. Terrence Crawford probably will be about 160. It wouldn't surprise me if Terrence Crawford came in weighing about 159. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if he look, I only think this is the only way Terrence Crawford loses the fight is if he can't handle Canelo's power. That's it. If he can handle Canelo's power, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Because he is head and shoulders better than Canelo when it comes to boxing. Head and shoulders. And Terrence Crawford going to try his best to knock his ass out. But I can't wait. And then on top of that, which most people don't care about, I'm going to say this. Only true fight fans care about what I'm about to say. They brought back the big dogs for this. You haven't seen Jim Lampley and Max Kellerman on a boxing broadcast together since 2018. They brought back the big dogs for the biggest fight since Mayweather-Pacquiao. I believe this is going to be way bigger than Mayweather-Pacquiao because this is actually going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight. It ain't going to be none of that running, ducking, all of that other shit. These niggas is going to fight. And that's why I say if Bud can handle Bud can handle Canelo's power, then it's over with. You say, almost shed a tear when I saw Max was announced. I know, right? Ain't nobody heard from Max in 2 years, bro. Ain't nobody heard from Max in 2 years. in 2 years. So, yeah. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait for that one. If a motherfucker, look, if somebody asks me, can you DJ on the 13th? Nope, I'm booked. Straight up. Where you booked at? My house, motherfucker. My house. That's where I'm booked at. Shit. Boy. And the crazy thing is, I ain't even got to pay for it because it's on Netflix. I mean, outside of the regular Netflix subscription, outside of the regular Netflix subscription, I'll be straight. I ain't got to pay the $100, which I was going to gladly pay for that bitch. I was going to gladly pay for that. I didn't care. It would have been worth every penny. Every penny. Wow. So trust me, we will be talking a lot over the next 2 months about Canelo versus Crawford. Oh, yes. Because nothing, I'm telling you, gets me, and from a sports standpoint, nothing gets me more revved up than a big time, huge, mega boxing match. Oh, I love it. I love it. Y'all saw how I was when Tyson and Jake Paul was about to fight. Nigga, you can't. Like, nigga, if you touched me on the shoulder, I might have punched you in the face. And it wouldn't have been just because I was mad, but that's how amped I be. Niggas gonna say, "Be like motherfucker." Oh, okay, yeah. I was in Tyson mode. I was in Tyson mode, but Spades night. Where is he? Boy, unmute your microphone, boy. Unmute your microphone. There he is. Man coming through in the dark. Unmute your microphone. Zachary.
What's up, man? I've been working, bro.
Shit, I've been working too.
I'm working, man. I'm trying to buy this concrete business right now, so I'm figuring out all the analytics of it, per se.
Man, my boy doing big business. You trying to buy into a concrete business?
Well, I'm not trying to buy it. I'm deciding if I'm going to buy it. But big difference, but, yes, I'm one way or the other. So,
well, if you do something like that, just let me know and I will shout it out and give it that free pub on here. I do that a lot. I always shout out this online gaming company, Too Tough Sports. I shout out my system, Another Miss, Heather's Craft Haven. I did the promotion for my best friend Alicia, her grand opening that they had. So just let me know.
Cool, man. Yeah. I definitely will. You said an app? Did you say something about an app?
It's this gaming, it's this streaming gaming thing, Too Tough Sports. I gotta hit my boy Calvin up. But if you like playing Madden,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a Madden gamer league.
Okay. Yeah. What's funny is I'm actually, I don't know, it just made me thought because I was talking to one of my assistants today, and I'm trying to casino app. So I'm kind of trying to be in the process of doing that.
Okay.
So I've just been kind of running around crazy.
So how's your week been, bro? Holla at me.
Bro, it's been busy. The world's kind of left and right and center field. Everybody's all over the place. With the news. I didn't hear exactly what you were saying, but I just pray for everybody to have some peace, man, and just people to stop dying. I've had we've talked about it enough, but it's always something. My brother's dog is not doing good. It's the first time I ever heard my brother upset, man, and that really spoke to me. So Um, man, it's just something every week. But I definitely just pray for everybody to have peace. I hope everybody had a good week and just choose that right foot forward, man.
Oh, no question, no question. I'm just glad it's Friday. I'm just glad. I'm serious. I'm
You
glad
have a
it's
brother?
Friday.
You have siblings?
I have a sister. I have two sisters. I'm sorry. I have two older sisters.
Yeah. I'm sure
Yeah.
you've seen them upset, right?
Huh?
Have you ever seen them upset?
Yeah.
Oh, my brother's older, so I've never seen him upset, man, and it's just something that is just different. I've never seen him upset before, so hits you differently, man. But um, I'm glad you had a good week. Glad you're safe.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that, man. Yeah, it was tonight was cool as far as it was a father-daughter event, kind of like a father-daughter dance that
Uh-huh.
I DJ'd, and it was cool. It was all right. You know, didn't didn't last long, but it was just, clear cut across town, 30-minute ride.
Oh
So it
yeah.
was, but it was cool though, having seeing all those daddies come there with their, and I'm talking about little daughters. I'm talking about, pre-K and under,
Okay.
so the little itty bitties, the little princesses. I will
Man,
tell you this.
I'd be a terrible
Not,
girl dad, man. They'd just
you
be
said what?
princesses. I would be a terrible girl dad.
And you keep saying that, and that's why you're gonna end up. If you have any kids, they're all gonna be girls. I just want you to know that.
Well, I'd be blessed either way.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
go
off
ahead. Sorry,
camera,
I cut you off, man.
you're gonna call me and be like, Brandon, you were fucking right. I hate you. No, I'm gonna tell you
Nah,
all
man.
real talk. I'm gonna tell
Go
you
ahead.
something. When let's just say, I'm gonna say when you have that daughter, you're gonna see shit totally differently. I promise you that.
Well, I believe you. I already do see things differently. But I had two stepdaughters at one point, if that counts.
I mean, it counts. I mean, no, it counts. It counts. But when you say at one point, that leads me to believe that they're no longer a
Correct.
staple in your life.
Correct.
So that's a little bit different, That's a little different. Um,
Correct.
when you have your own daughter, and there's not going to be any time period where she's out your life. You'll still have some of your values, because that's embedded in you. That's for everybody. But you'll start seeing things a whole lot different. When you look at that bright-eyed, bushy-tailed little girl, and in her eyes is nothing but innocence, clear innocence, you're just gonna be like,
That's what you think it is.
oh, no, as a baby.
And mine ain't gonna be innocent. I'll tell you that much. I don't care how
I'm
old she
not.
is.
Nobody's gonna end up being innocent. But I'm talking about when you had that baby, and you see it that 1-year-old level, that 2-year-old level, even with terrible twos, you look in their eyes and you're just gonna see clear eyes, nothing damaged from excess drinking or smoking or stress or anything like that, just innocence.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, "Damn." You're gonna say, "Damn, damn."
Hey man,
Trust me.
I'm ready for it, but their boyfriends ain't. That's for sure. I'm picking their boyfriends. I'm a bit in between.
Oh shit. Oh, you gonna
Oh
you
yeah.
gonna have a hard parenthood, bro. Ooh.
Oh man, yeah. But see,
Ooh.
my sons are gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be rough on my sons.
If I'm telling you, Zach, you'd be lucky to have a son. You may have 3 kids and they may be all girls. And if you said you're gonna pick their boyfriends, I dare you. That's all I'm gonna say. I dare you. I dare you.
Well,
And see what happens. Oh,
they
they'll run
really
the
won't have
front.
a choice. They
I
really won't have a
repeat.
choice.
I dare you.
If
I
they're
dare
under
you.
my roof, I get you. I get you. But if they're under my roof, one, they're not bringing any guy home at all.
Well, I understand that. I feel that.
Yeah, yeah.
But damn, can they go to
Nah,
prom?
uh,
Prom?
if they take the if
Come
they
on,
take their
man.
brother, if they take their
Man,
cousin or brother,
what?
man.
What if they don't have a brother?
Hey, man, I'll make it happen. No, no, no,
All right, okay. I'm gonna say it again.
no,
I dare you. Because
no, 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 no.
let me tell you something that daughters do. When you do stuff like that, daughters do the exact opposite to spite your ass.
Absolutely. And I'm just giving you a hard time. So
I know you
my
are.
goal is, yeah, my goal is one. I grew up with, my mom raised me in a way, my dad was away. But anyways, I had tough unconditional love from either side. So I feel like I will be a good parent, but at the same time, you have to instill that value of, and that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about, is just kind of like the family and values of today. Anyways, like you know, I used to have dinner with my parents every single day, every night, and it's like you send your kids off to 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever, you know, schools are teaching them BS. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have problems with the schools. I'm gonna say, "What'd you learn today? Why do you think that?" If it breaks the family unit, we're going to talk to the teacher. No, what are you pushing on my kid? It's just,
I hear that. I hear
you
that.
know, and I'm gonna, instill really wait to have sex before marriage. Truly. I mean,
I hear
especially
that.
for my daughters.
I hear that. I hear that.
So, but
I hear that.
that's that. There's not more of that. It's just high and by. That's it. That's all it is nowadays.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
I do that.
no
I do
no
that.
no phones until no phones forever. Until
I
they're
ain't mad.
18, I would say they're 16.
I ain't mad at that neither. I try to do that when the kids are here with me. We do sit down at the table and eat dinner. I hear you on that.
Yeah,
I
I
hear
mean
you.
it's
We
important.
do because that having dinner at a dinner table with your kids with your family is becoming a endangered species. It's becoming a lost art.
Absolutely.
It's
You
becoming a
know,
lost art.
absolutely. And I would say, like, I'm not gonna need to spend 10 hours a day with my kid. Like I'm like an hour a day for me is gonna be more than enough. And I'm not gonna have to hit my kids because they both know that I will. So if you argue with me about some more Cheerios until you can whoop my ass, well, ain't no more Cheerios, that's for sure. If you can whoop me, I guess you can eat some Cheerios. But until
I'm
then,
weak.
hell no.
No, y'all can't be fighting over cereal. You ate too many goddamn Cocoa Puffs. Come here.
Hey
I'm gonna
man,
beat I'm gonna beat the shit out your ass. And then you go walk and
water,
go get me
no.
some more.
Hey man, no soda. None of that BS. Clean man, clean.
No, but real talk though, when my kids are here, my son really I give him I give him the option. Now, if I gave him the option with soda, he would clean me out. But he doesn't drink juice, he drinks water and milk.
Okay,
And I'm
that's
okay.
good.
I bet.
Yeah,
And it's not that I say he can't drink soda, but I just know he'll clean me out if I let him. So I get the whole gallon of milk. When the whole gallon of milk is gone in 3 days or 4 days, I don't care. I say, good, drink it up because I'm not gonna drink it.
that's right.
If I buy milk for me, it's to cook.
So,
Unless I buy a box of cinnamon toast crunch. But yeah, the family style dining is becoming an endangered species. I agree with you.
yeah, I mean, you're letting society take care of your kids for half the day. I mean, not everybody has a choice. I'm not saying, I don't have the answers here. I'm just saying, you know, one, I would like to just for them to be homeschooled. That's in my opinion. I mean, socially, it's probably not the best, but you know, I'll make him go to Food Line and talk to 3 people and have a conversation. I mean, have a conversation. You can't just say, "Hey, nice shirt." No, actually have a conversation. I mean, these are things that I've done just to improve my social skills, and I do this to this day. I'm not kidding. It is funny. It's definitely funny, but
It
try it.
is
Go,
funny.
go wherever you're at. 3 conversations one day, other than a nice shirt. Actually interact. See if you can get them to buy you a cup of coffee. I mean, you never know where it goes. Try to add that value, and you'd be surprised.
I was homeschooled on a couple of occasions, but mine was
Okay.
due to injury. Like when I was in 5th grade, I broke my back.
Oh,
Like I
not
broke
fun.
I broke 2 bones in my upper back connected to my spinal cord. I was out of school for like 2.5 months. And then a couple years later, I messed my knee up. I had to have knee surgery and I had to be homeschooled again. I'm not gonna lie. Homeschool was cool. For me, homeschool was cool if you need to get your grades up. But after about a couple of weeks, man, and this was just me because I was used to going to regular school. After a couple of weeks, it got boring. I ain't even gonna hold you. That shit got boring.
I mean,
It
school's
did.
boring anyway. I'd rather be bored at home.
Well, see, it all depends on how you approach it. I used to think school was boring when I was a young kid, when I was like in 1st or 2nd grade. And I never forget, I give my sister all the credit in the world for this. She told me when I was in 3rd grade, because I was one of them kids who would sit in class and look at the clock. I would just be focused on the clock to see how long, it was before the day was over. And the clock would fuck with me. Sometimes the clock would go backwards on my ass. But she said, why don't you, if you enjoy school, school will go by quicker. And I never forgot that. Some things that people say they never leave me. Never leave me. That was one thing that never left me. So, that following school year, I just took that advice. I started enjoying school. I started, being a part of after school activities, and I enjoyed it. I did. I mean, the thing about me, I enjoyed school when school was over. Like, because I was involved in so many extracurricular activities. Once the school day ended, as far as I was concerned, my day was just beginning. But I was
That's
still at the
right.
school.
That's right.
My day was just
Well,
beginning.
do you feel like you had a? Can you see me, by the way?
No, you're pitch black.
Okay, you'll see me in a minute. It's raining out here. But anyway, so do you feel like that kind of coming from that environment, did that shape you? That change you? Are you happy, or do you wish you would have had a little bit? I mean, tell me
No,
how it was for you.
no. If I could do it all over again, I'd do it the exact same way.
Really?
If I could do it all over again, I would do it the exact same way, especially when I was in Highland Springs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially when I was in Highland Springs. If I could make my academics a little better, I guess I would. But everything else, no, I would do it the exact same way. I had, I enjoyed and I'll tell you why. Because I hated going home. I hated going home. Home was where all the bullshit was. Home is where all of the fucking bullshit was. And me being in school, I was with my friends. I was doing stuff I enjoyed to do, singing, playing sports, this, that, and the third. No, I would do it the exact same way. Because
And how did you make your friends outside there? Just
what do you mean?
like, homeschool. You said you're homeschooled.
Well, like I said, I was home. I wasn't home. I mean, I was homeschooled for periods of time, like I said, due to injury. Like when I was in fifth grade, I was in 5th grade when I broke my back. It was in the middle of the school year, I had to miss like 2.5. That happened in January. I couldn't go back to school till mid-April. I mean, I already had established friends.
Okay.
You know, I already had established friends. The people who was in my circle, the people who was in my circle then are still in my circle today.
Wow. Okay. So how many? Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I have a few people like that.
Yeah, they're still in my circle
Not many.
today.
Not many.
It's and you know, people, most people, venture off, as they grow up, life happens, they do their own thing, you grow apart, whatever. But as far as Alicia and my cousin David and my brother Sean, that's been there forever. I'm just a friendly person, man. I make every stop in my life, whatever the stop is, whether it's a different job, whether it was a school, whatever, wherever my stops are at, I make friends that I meet people that are usually, and I feel like I've always been a good judge of character. I meet people who are in it for who just become lifelong bros. I do.
Absolutely.
Like if,
Right.
if you look at my post game show, you'll see Aaron. I met him. Kia actually introduced me to him through Teleperformance. I worked at Teleperformance. Keith worked at the store right down the street from the crib, and we just started talking football one day, and we've been tight ever since.
Hey man, that's all it takes.
Yeah, Calvin. I used to work at his grandmother's daycare, and that became like my damn brother. I mean, he'd be on there like, I don't know, like it's just my boy Devon. Met him and Eddie. Met them at Teleperformance, and they just, we just stuck. That's just how it be.
Let me ask you a question.
Like Riley Riley from the daycare.
He's still there, right? He gets out at 11, right?
What?
He's still there, right? He gets out at 11.
Nah, he's stupid.
No, I'm joking. But let me ask you this, though. I'm genuinely curious about your answer. What, my friend, the way I classify a friend or the way you classify a friend might be different. So I just kind of want to lean into that and kind of just dive into it a little bit. Is, one, what do you classify as a friend? And, two, I'm going to tell you how I do it first. If I'm not getting anything out of it, everything in life is transactional one way or the other. It's either a net negative or a net positive. You're either expanding or expending energy, or you're taking in good energy or bad energy. So I look at everything, when I say transactional, it's either a net positive or a net negative. So if it's not a net positive, it's out. We're not friends. So that's how I look at friendship. Is I'm not going to look at any. I'm not going to be friends with anything that's a net negative. So I want from you. What do you think
real.
about that?
That sounded real business transactional.
It is. Well, everything is transactional, regardless. I mean, it comes down to it.
For me, for one.
Well, let me ask you what you think I said about that, other than you said business transactional.
Well, because I never heard it, explained that way, either net positive or net negative. That was just the first for me.
Say what? There's some neutrals. Do you agree with it? And there's some neutrals, obviously.
Well, if you're a person who is bringing me down, not necessarily literally, but when it comes to emotionally, like if there's always something wrong, You always got something, going on that's wrong. If I talk to you and it drains the energy out of me, I'm not gonna say you're not my friend, but you're one of those friends who I keep at arm's length. Because if I can help anybody, I'll help anybody. But if you're a person who is always something is wrong so much it almost seems like it's a hustle almost.
It's a charade.
Yeah, like it's like I understand, life is gonna happen, but god damn, those are the people who I just keep at arm's length, and because it's tough, and because I know people like that who
negatives.
I know people who title wise have been very close to me, and it's always something going on, always something wrong. It's very draining, but I'll help anytime I can. But sometimes I just have to keep at arm's length, But now, well, for me, what the best connection that I have with with all of my friends is that we keep it 100 with each other. If you're a person who always agrees with me, who just tells me what I want to hear and not what I need to hear, you're not the person I'm going to call when there's some real shit going down. Let's just put it that way. You're not the person I'm going to call when some real shit is going down, because the people who are closest to me in my circle, we keep it 100 with each other. They will tell me if I am dead ass the fuck wrong. They will check me in a heartbeat. And I know it's not coming from a place of hate. I know it's not coming from a place of malice. That's what I tell everybody. If I say something to you and you don't like it, it's not coming from a place of malice. But I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear just because you want to hear what you want to hear, even if it's just because you're having a bad day.
So there's net negatives and there's net positives, right?
Well, see, you said a net negative for you means that ain't your friend. I'm not going to approach it that way. I'm just going to keep you at arm's length, because I have family members who I could describe as a net negative. And I'm not gonna say, well, you ain't my family no more. No, I just don't. I just deal with you at arm's length. I deal with you sporadically.
Right. But I guess my question is more along the lines of, are you a real friend if you're keeping them at arm's length?
They may not see it that way, but
well, I have to do this. You know who you're a real friend to.
Yeah,
and I'll tell my thing people. Is, I don't believe that people are friends with net negatives.
I'll tell your net negative, you are draining. I can't do this. I've told a few people, I can't do this right now. I can't deal with whatever the situation is. I can't deal with the negative energy that you're throwing in my direction right now. I can't do it. I will call you back, or I will text you back, and I will text and check on them.
I won't call them back.
I will. You're nice. I will. I will call them. I will text them, and if I don't get any response, I did what I said I was going to do. Because some people, if you don't tell them what they want to hear, they'll get mad and they'll fade to black, or they'll just lash out at you. And I'm like, okay.
So I tell everyone what they don't want to hear.
Huh?
Because they need to. I tell everyone what they don't want to hear because they need to hear it. And that's why I piss a lot of people off.
I hear that.
Oh man, that's been a hectic week.
I mean, look, if it's like I said, if it's once in a while, you have a bad day, you hit me up, you're having a bad day, you're having issues. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But if it's every day, if it's just a reoccurring theme, it'll get to a point where I got nothing for you. Especially if you're having a great day and then somebody calls you and they just saying all of this shitty stuff and it's just bringing you down. And it's just like, I don't know what to say to you. because you could be riding a high, then all of a sudden you got to come down. You got to come down to somebody's, and you don't want to you don't want to seem like an asshole because they may be going through stuff. But if it's a daily, if it's something that happens on the daily basis, it's like I can't. Some days I just be like, bro, I can't do it. I can't do it.
So here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, and I get your reasoning, but I'm not going to say where. I don't want to, who knows? You could be on the news again. But I was somewhere.
Oh my God!
I was somewhere at a bank, and this guy's asking me for a loan, whatever. He's a branch manager. He's done some stupid stuff with his wife, or ex-wife, cheated, done whatever he's did. And I just looked at him. I said, "Dude, you're a fucking idiot." That's what those words exactly came out of my mouth. I said, "Dude, you're a fucking idiot." I said, "I can't even believe you honestly telling me this." I said, "You're a fucking idiot, and honestly, you deserve to get left." And he looked at me like I was
an asshole. An asshole.
Yeah, but I said, "Guess what, dude? I ain't telling you this to be mean, but you're just fucking selfish."
Some people need the tough love. Some people need the tough love.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if you don't have those people in your ear,
but some people get so stubborn though. There's some people who are so stubborn where they have to have the whole shit collapse on them for them to finally get it. Because you can try to tell some people, like use your friend for an example, or the person that you call a fucking idiot. This person could have been stubborn. Whatever y'all were talking about, said, "No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this the way I've been doing it. Gosh darn it! And there's nothing you can do about it. Fuck you, asshole." And then when the roof caves in, sometimes and they may not admit it because pride is a motherfucker. But when the roof caves in, what hypothetically speaking, when the roof caves in, they may think to themselves, "You know what? He was right. I'm not going to tell him that, but he was right. So now I can do whatever business I have to do accordingly." Some people need that. I've seen it happen several times. Oh, yeah. Where literally, "Hey, Leash, what's up, sweetie?" Literally, I have given a piece of advice, and I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I have made my mistakes. That's why I be telling my friends, please don't fucking do the same shit that I've done. I like, y'all have seen me suffer, and I
make that mistake though to get better.
Huh?
Truthfully, they got to make those. I mean, I know that I had to learn the hard way. You got to make those mistakes to understand and get better.
I've made the mistakes, and I feel like I'm better for them because I know what to look for.
Absolutely.
But I've literally given people some advice, and they didn't lash out or anything. They just did whatever they was going to do their way, and that's cool, fine. But then a few months later, say, "You know what, Brandon? I need to do X, Y, and Z." And it would be the same thing that I had told them a couple of months ago. And I just be like, yeah, all right. Okay. You don't say. Really? How about that? Ain't that a bitch? I told you that bitch was crazy. I mean, what? Let me stop. But I mean,
aren't they all?
Look, bro, my last relationship, my peoples was telling me, like I said, my circle, we keep it 100. My people was telling me, "Hey, B, don't you think you're moving a little too fast? Don't you think you're moving a little too fast?" And it was me. "No, man, what that? No, absolutely not. No, no, man." She, and I think that was a part. Of the loneliness that I didn't realize that I was experiencing when I first moved, when I first split from my marriage. and I believe that that was a lonely, a loneliness phase, if you will, that I was going through, and I ended up getting in a relationship, and I moved the chick in fairly, and the thing is, huh?
Oh,
You so party sometimes you fade.
how long did it take for you? How long did it take for you to ask her to move in?
Let me see.
You heard me?
Yeah, it was like a couple months, and it wasn't planned, but
Couple weeks.
no, it wasn't a couple weeks. But
Hey, well, brother, I've been there. Trust me. I'll tell you something now.
she
Go
had
ahead. Go
lost
ahead.
her apartment. She had lost her apartment, and I called myself trying to look out. I called myself trying to look out, and she moved in, and my peoples was like, don't you think you moving a little too fast? And I'm like, nope. Like, nope. Uh-uh. You know, and look, see, and then this is my best friend Alicia. She was out. She was one of them. Like she said, I let you do. It's like I let you do you. Didn't even have to say nothing.
Hey,
And
man, that's not even that bad compared to what I did.
I mean, but it's like, but see, then a couple months later, this was a person who prided themselves on being petty. They prided themselves on being petty, and it's like,
What does that mean? They were proud that they were faggots.
I wouldn't say faggots, but she
Well,
was
that's
just.
just a bundle of sticks, whatever,
I mean, this is what she said. She said, She used to say this all the time. I'm Queen Petty. She would say that. She would say, I'm Queen Petty, and proud of it. Yeah, Alicia, she prided herself on saying, I'm Queen Petty. I'm Queen Petty. I'm Queen Petty. And when I started to see them red flags, I was just like, the thing is, bro, I had been through so much motherfucking PTSD. The shit was more or less starting to irritate me, not hurt me. And an emotional, no, baby, not I would that shit didn't exist. Because
First time she said that, I would have been out. I said, "Baby, I don't want to handle a Queen Petty when I get home."
I told her, I said, if you think that being petty is
That's right.
the answer to everything, I said you're always going to end up back at square one. And she was so jealous of, whenever Kia would call me and talk to me about our children, why you answer the phone like that? I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, what? Hold up. So one day I took London to a Girl Scout meeting, and she called me accusing me of stealing money from her. I was like, whoa. She accused me of stealing $76. Mind you, I had just got my tax return back. I had just the day before, we had just went shopping, and I had got clothes for my kids. I had got clothes for her kid. I had like $150 in my pocket at the time she called me and accused me of that bullshit.
She put it in
So,
there.
huh?
She put it in there.
Shit. So, but see, she had pissed me off because the way she had started coming at me like crazybitch.com. What'd you do with the money, Brandon? What'd you do with the money, huh? Why you just can't be a man in a minute? I'm like, I'm in a library bathroom. Like, I didn't fucking steal. I'm like this, I didn't fucking steal shit from you. I'm like, I got $150 in my pocket now. What do I need to steal something from you? You know what? You better have my money when you get home. So when I got home, she angry, storm out the house. Come back like 30 minutes later. I'm outside. This is when I was still smoking blacks. I stepped outside my back door,
No.
smoking a black, because I'm like, I'm mad, bro. I'm like, the fuck, like, I'm mad. So she come back out the house. She come back, walk outside all slow. Hey, I'm sitting there thinking, this bitch know. This bitch must have found out that it indeed was not me that took whatever money she was missing. And that's what she told me. So I found out that I had misplaced my money and this, the third. Oh, said, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not okay. Do you see the way you came at me? You came at me on some crazy shit. I said, let me tell you. So she said, well, do you want me to leave? I said, you know what?
Yes.
I said, what I want you to do, this is what I told her. I said, what I want you to do, I said, if you don't drop this petty shit, it's not going to work. Because again, if you think that being petty is the answer to your problems, I said, you are always going to be at square one. You know what she said? She said, well, I'm not changing, so I guess we're broken up. I was like, well, damn. Like, so I said, okay. So I said, oh, all right.
That's what happens when you give them rights, man. Fuck.
I was waiting for it. Oh, I was waiting for it. So
emotional abuse. Remember.
And the thing is that until this chick moved out, she would, every time she moved around the house, she would grab her purse, her car keys, and take them wherever she went. I would sit there and I would laugh my motherfucking ass off. I was like, hold on. I was like, wait a minute. I said, have I ever given you a reason to think that I'm a thief? No. I said, have I ever given you a reason to make you feel unsafe, insecure, or anything else like that since you've been in this house? No. I said, who the hell accused who of stealing? She said, I accused you. I said, so why are you treating me like a thief in my own house? I said, why are you grabbing your car keys, grabbing your purse? Like I said, I don't know what kind of low down niggas you dealt with before, but
jeez, coming out strong.
I said, but that's not me, and I would appreciate it if you stop acting like that in this house. So, you know,
I would kick her out. I don't know how you dealt with that.
Oh, see, this is the thing, and this
I would lock her in the basement.
No, but this is locked her in the basement. See, you try to catch a charge, but see, this is how you know that this heifer been here before, because she had been staying in my house longer than a month. Technically, you can't do that. You know, technically, once they've been in your house longer than 30 days. Yeah, so she went by all that technical shit. And then one day I came home early from work because I wasn't feeling good. Bruh, I came home. My kitchen sink was running. My bathroom sink was running. My bathtub was running. Just running. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I laugh at it now. But let me fast forward a couple of other crazy events that happened. And I walked in my house one day from work, and my crib was just fucked up. She had got all her stuff and left, but she trashed my crib. And she did the petty shit. You know the funniest shit, the most petty shit that I couldn't help but laugh. Of course she wanted to be able to control me, Leash. Of course. The funniest shit that she did that made me laugh, she took all my remote controls to my TV and threw them away, bro.
Well, that's genius, actually.
She took all my remote controls. All of them, bro. All of them. And threw them away.
Hey, man. That's funny. I have something funnier though. When I was younger, and I thought mixing finances with women were great. I bought her a house. I paid off her credit card. Long story short, she's calling my father. My dad's like, "I'm gonna take you out of the will." Da da da. So,
The
long
will,
story
goddamn,
short, long
that's
story
powerful.
short, I signed the house over to her. But before I signed the house over to her, I went and flipped the AC unit outside upside down, and I took all my stuff and put it in the backyard and just lit it on fire, like TV, couch, all that. And I said, "You can have the house, you can't have stuff," because I
Hey,
bought the whole thing.
bitch, you gonna start over from scratch.
Well, she got the house.
Well, I look. I ain't been blessed yet to have them type of problems as far as where I'm getting the house out the deal. And the thing about it is, she went to my apartment complex office and asked the complex manager, "What rights does she have to my apartment?" Because the
None.
manager told me. The complex manager said, "You ain't even supposed to be living over here. You ain't on the lease. You have no rights. So if
Mm.
he files an eviction notice, you got to go." And I think that's when she finally snapped. And when I tell you,
But even
she
even if she had been there 30 to 20, over 28 days, it don't matter who's on the lease.
well, the apartment complex manager said, "No, you got no rights."
Well, he was looking out, but he's wrong.
She was looking out. She
Oh,
was
she was
like,
looking.
she was
Yeah,
like,
she's
I
looking.
could evict. She was like, I could evict him for moving you in there.
Yeah, but
So
not that same day. That's what I'm saying.
no,
Like
not the
they
same
have.
day.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But when I came home and I looked at my carpet, it won't nothing but glitter. She cut the cord to my vacuum cleaner, so I couldn't vacuum it up.
And that's funny.
She cut, she cut my motherfucking shower curtains. I don't know what you accomplished out of that. She took out raw chicken, and I knew she planned this bitch because I just saw this pack of raw chicken breasts in the refrigerator for like 2 weeks. I was like, is she gonna cook this bitch? And then next thing I know, when I came in, that raw chicken was all through the house. My house smelled like a gas leak. So I was like, what the fuck? I called the fire department and everything. They said, well, no, it's no leak. And then when I saw the raw chicken, I said, okay, all right. So I had to, air the house out. She she threw
I know
away
you. I
all
know you miss relationships, right? You miss them, right?
shit, bro. What? she
Hey,
threw away
nothing's more fun than chilling with your homies. I mean, come on.
she threw away all the food in my house. All of it.
Okay, I would be pissed.
I was pissed about that. I texted her, I said, yo, my kids live here. Fuck are you doing? I said, my kids did nothing to you. Why are you gonna throw away the fucking food that I have to feed my kids? I never heard from her again, bro. Yeah, at
Well,
least. Yes, I called the fire department because it smelled like rotten eggs. And when they say it smelled like rotten eggs, they say it's a gas leak. So I did. Because I went down to Kia crib. I said, yo, you need to come over here for a second. Look, smell it. She said, Brandon, you need to call fire department. Don't like no black and mild or nothing like that. So I called the fire department. They came in, they looked. They was like, well, do you want to file a report? They was like, they said, well, they said the most I could file was like vandalism. So I, I, I would tell you, for that 3 hour period, with a 2.5 hour period that I was cleaning up my apartment, I was mad in the motherfucker. But once I cleaned everything up, I was like, you know what? She gone. I just had to get new remote controls the next day. And so I was like, you know what? Because and all my people in my circle was like, nah, B, nah, B. She need to get her ass whipped. She need to get her ass beat. Nah, B, And I said, you know what, y'all? She gone. I said, and the bottom line is she just got evicted from her apartment. I said she can't provide a house for a home for her own. I said, I still have a roof over my head. My kids still have a roof over their head. So at the end of the day, she gone. That's all I wanted. But all that shit did was add to my PTSD.
Man, I try not to bring up stuff that just irritate me.
I
But
laugh
at
at that shit
least you
now.
can laugh about it now.
I laugh about all that shit now because, when I say 2023 was a motherfucker, that was the start. But I laugh about it because that was just another test that one person named Satan can to try to throw at me, and I'm just like, bitch, I'm still here.
Yeah, let me ask you this. That kind of made me think of something. Do you think, I mean, one, do you believe that people change? Or do you believe that they adapt? Truly change or adapt?
Depends on what situation they went through because
Let's just talk about the rule. But in general, do people change? There's exceptions, obviously, but do people change?
there's some exceptions, but for the most part, nah. And particularly if you're an older person, I think it's easier to change when you're young because you learn from your mistakes. I think it's easier to change when you're young because because if you make mistakes young enough, you're young enough to also learn and grow from them. But if you still doing the same dumb shit that you was doing younger when you're older, then it becomes a situation where it's hard for the leopard to change his spots. Like when they say he old dog, you can't teach an old dog new tricks or set in their ways. So if I think if a person is truly going to change, they need to get it while they're young,
All
or
right.
else they could be stuck. But look,
Now,
I have somebody and good point, Lomar, if they want to change. Kia. Kia is here and she wants to chime in. Hey, hey.
Salutations.
thank you.
Hello.
One question I have, Nakia, great timing. Do you think men are more likely to change or women more likely to change? If we're saying people do
Change
change,
what?
just in general, get better.
But I think I think it's equal. I think both men and women have the exact same capacity to change.
I
But
agree with you.
it reminds me of a part of the Bible. I don't know if you're religious or not, but I am.
Of
So
course, I'm ordained
it reminds
minister.
me. Oh, well, that's what's up. It
I
reminds
told you
me
that.
of a huh?
I said I told you that.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh well. Okay. Well, that's what's up. Good to hear that. So yeah,
I
it
don't think
reminds me of.
statistically
I
it's
was
the
just
same,
talking to
but
my best friend though about it. I was like, it reminds me of saying that it says, I think it's the heart is strong, but the mind. No, the heart is willing, but the flesh is weak.
hmm,
And I'm just like, anybody has the capacity to do any and everything they want to do because God made it that way. But the thing about it is it varies on the person and it varies on what it is that they need to change. Yeah, some people can change any and everything. Some people may find it harder to change. But like I heard what you said, do you think people change or people adapt? I feel like adapt is more like, to me, when I hear adapt, I feel like it's you're in a situation that you don't want to be in. So you just gotta, you know, settle, I guess.
I missed
That's
it.
like when I hear adapt. Now,
I totally
change,
missed
you
that.
recognize something that's going on within yourself or something around your life that doesn't fit well or resonate with your soul anymore, and then you decide to do something about it, even if it's the smallest little thing, like just the first step towards it, Googling it. Of course, everybody has the capacity to change. Men, women, cat, dog, whatever.
I think personally, I think men change more than women. That doesn't mean they're better. I think they're more likely. That's all I'm saying. I'm just curious what
I
you
mean, well,
what you would think, but
that's
you
how
think
you
it's
feel.
truly equal?
I do. I really do. Because I mean, I mean, look at it like this. So you have to ask yourself, especially if you're speaking on like terms of a relationship, right? So if you have two people in a relationship and, let's say for example, hold on. Let's say for example, give me an example of something someone needs to change. I'm tired
Cheating.
of you leaving hair in the goddamn sink.
Cheating.
Like,
Cheating.
okay, well, at that point, it really takes a concerted effort on both parts to make it work. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it's just stuff that you can't come back from. You just really can't come back from.
Got that right.
So I mean,
I think it's an easy effort to
but I mean
change
to
that.
be, but and I mean, and then to be, and then also, now that I'm thinking about it, like say it also depends on what you want, because just because there's something that could be changed doesn't mean that the change is necessary, right? If it doesn't align with what you want. So let's say, for example, you're in a relationship and it's not going well, but you guys decide to quote unquote make some changes, but the changes still ain't working with you. It could be because you're making changes and just the situation in itself is you just need to be done with it, period. So I mean, you just gotta, you know, I don't know. You gotta pray about it. That's what I tell everybody. I'm not no goddamn guru. You know what I do? I pray about it
You
because
fuck up my
I don't
apartment.
have
You ain't
the
coming back
answers,
for that.
and I believe God got all the answers. So
Amen. Amen. You fuck up my
so
apartment.
I
You
don't
ain't
know.
coming back.
Goddamn it!
Oh no. You throw away my
I do
remote
not.
controls, you ain't coming back from that. You know how much I love motherfucking TV?
And also, Brandon, the house didn't smell like rotten eggs because of the chicken. Okay, that then the night your apartment was messed up, your house was smelling like rotten eggs, and it's because the fire department said it was probably fart can spray or
Oh
fart. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's even better.
That's
yeah.
even
That's what they said it was. And then it wasn't until later that we found out that the chicken thing had happened when there was, pieces of
that's what I forgot
dried up,
about.
nasty ass raw chicken all over
Yeah,
the place.
I forgot about that because the fire department found the can of fart spray. I
And do you
forgot.
know there
Ooh.
are still traces of glitter to this day?
Who you telling him? You telling me? I live here. I know.
I'm talking about here too.
How did
And they
it
ain't
get
have shit to do with me.
there? I'm gonna say, how did it get there? Oh, probably from one of the kids.
Shoes and everything else.
Every time I see a red piece of glitter, I'll be like,
Or blue. It was red and blue. I'll never forget that shit. That was shit. That shit was so lame. I was like, boo.
like,
That shit was so lame.
but when I saw that, that's how I
Lame
was
as
like,
fuck.
okay, you done shit like this before because
Yeah,
you
but that's
thought about
just
this shit. But
that's a
whatever.
person who no good will come to until they do right, not only by God, themselves,
Yeah.
and their kid. Like that, you
That's
don't
why.
do no shit like that. I don't care if you mad, bitch. Go hit a fucking punching bag. The fuck? And I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, I had to tone it down real quick because I got a little excited, but because you took me back, and I remember in that moment, I wanted to choose violence. Okay. However, it's nobody is worth going. Well, you know what? Sometimes people might be worth going to jail for. God damn it!
No,
You know what? At this point,
no,
bitch, I'll take a motherfucking charge. Okay,
not no.
let me catch. Let me catch. No, I'm just joking.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you that night?
I'm just joking.
I said I'm not gonna let you or anybody else
No.
jeopardize
First of
their
all,
freedom. Nah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll never ever start a fight, but I can guarantee you
Oh no,
that I will finish it.
niggas was calling for you to whoop her ass. I said, absolutely not. I said, I'm not having her or anybody else go to jail behind that dumb shit. Because once the place was cleaned up, I was all right, man. Once the place was cleaned up, I said, you know what? She gone. So bye. Good riddance.
It was the fact that it was the disrespect in my kid's room, bitch. You put fucking raw chicken in my baby shit for her to catch some goddamn salmon. I swear to God, if I ever see you, I'll slap the motherfucking dog shit out of you, bitch. Don't you ever disrespect my kids like that again. You got the right one and the wrong one, ho. I promise you that.
Hey, you feel some type of way?
I digress. Continue with the show.
You would smack a bitch for me?
You know. Brandon, go ahead with the show.
Hey, y'all was talking. He was asking you questions about changing. I started doing chores around the house. I just took the trash out, washed my hands.
You are the only host in podcast history that leave your damn podcast on autopilot. You cannot do that.
And you know what?
You are the host.
When I came back from taking the trash out, you were still talking. So there you go. There you go. I know how to navigate this damn thing. That's what makes me unique. That's what makes me special. Because I do things unconventional. There's nothing conventional about this. There's nothing conventional about this podcast. That's what I was.
I understand.
I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show when
I did not.
Well, yeah, I had my 20-minute soliloquy explaining a lot in regards to the podcast. Then I kind of veered left to talk. It was a good rant. It was a very good rant.
Kanye.
It was. You should go back and listen to it. Yeah, yay for me. Yeah, you should go back and listen to it. It was a good rant. Okay.
I did not say yay, yay. I said yay.
I heard what you said. I'm just flipping it. I'm flipping it. Don't do the flip.
I had $4 and flipped that.
I did
got a soda,
shit.
2 Dutchess, some chips, and a Kit Kat.
So I explained that. There's nothing conventional about this. You know, that I've been doing this as articulate as I try to be sometimes, because I've been doing this for almost 7 years. There's that part of the show, and generally this happens on Fridays, once the 80 proof is kicked in. I don't give a fuck.
Brandon, you did not have to sit here and explain yourself. I was fucking with you.
That's cool. I'm talking because I want to talk. That's what the show. That's what it is. This is the content.
You drinking tonight?
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
You know what's crazy is that Fridays, really, honestly, I don't drink during the week, but now I really don't even drink like that on Saturdays and Sundays no more. For real. It really just be Friday when I'm on here because I'm chilling. I'm in my element, and
Happy.
I'm just you're right. And right, because on Saturdays now, I just be like, for the most part, I'm like, you know what? I don't even feel like it. I really don't. I don't even feel like it, and that's a good thing. No, it's a good thing. But right now I'm in my element. I'm chilling. I'm happy. But yeah, 80 proof.
Do you ever? This is one thing I've never. I don't drink if I'm happy or sad. I don't. It's just kind of like if I'm in the moment, I'm in the moment. So, do you ever find yourself drinking because you're happy or drinking because you're sad? Have you ever done that? I personally can't say I've done that.
I have. Oh, yeah. There were times I was
both.
Both. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been happy and then drink, but that's not why I drink.
Okay. Well, that's a better way to explain it. You know, I've been like, well, it used to be a point where, like, particularly when we lived on the East End, when it was the weekend. Oh shit! Friday night, Saturday night on the porch, you know, fucking get it in. But see, that wouldn't just be Friday or Saturday. That would be, that could be any day of the week. Now for me personally, there were times when life was life and I was going through shit. Oh yeah, that was my coping mechanism, and I'm glad that I have stopped that shit. I'm so glad that I have stopped that shit. And I can admit that was my coping mechanism. I would go to my cousin. I would go to my cousin's house, get 2 bottles, go to my cousin's house, and would unload on them motherfuckers. And the thing about it is, if I was going through shit and if I was fucked up and I would drink the shit, I wouldn't feel it because I was so deep into my head and my thoughts. I wouldn't even feel the shit. And again, I'm just so glad. I'm so glad that I've grown out of that shit. You know, I don't even know if my body can do that anymore.
I haven't been hungover at all this year.
I think I've
or
been
last
hungover.
year.
I think I've been hungover one day this year, and it
Been
wasn't even a
drinking a
full.
couple
It wasn't
times.
even a full hangover. It was just I woke up just a tad bit wavy. It was
Mm.
after doing this show one night. Straight
Wavy.
up. It was after doing this show one night. I woke up a little wavy.
Where
You know.
the heck's Riley at?
Huh?
Have you heard from Riley?
No, I'm a Texan. Have you heard from Riley?
No. I talked to him yesterday.
I'm about to hit his ass up.
So I know this is off topic. I'm just interested genuinely.
All topics are a go, man. All topics are a go.
Well, it's not anything fun, but I haven't watched a good TV show until like I don't know a couple days ago. I'm not, I haven't really had time. But is anyone watching anything good? And also, I'd like to recommend The Waterfront.
I just watched the season finale to Godfather of Harlem, which was very, very. That season finale was very good, very, very good.
I found it got kind of boring mid-season. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. My attention span's low.
Well, Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it got slow.
The couple of the mid-season episodes were kind of because they're just having to fight over the Sinclair Club, and then Mamie was doing her thing trying to get this party and stuff like that. But once the last 3 episodes were fucking awesome. They were awesome. Once Joe Colombo got the club from Bumpy, all hell broke loose. And Bumpy had a traitor. And
have you seen Mobland?
Huh? I have seen Mobland. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's one of my favorites.
What about you, Kia? What have you watched?
The news.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, last night I don't know. I found myself on Netflix last night just scrolling through shit. And for some reason, Netflix seems to think that they know what I like to watch, but they haven't gotten it right yet. I'm still trying to find like something good in my For You. No. Okay, Netflix, let's get it together. But anyway, this show was okay. It was I think it was, I don't know if it was in my For You or not. It might have been, but it was called Celebrity Bear Hunt. And it was with, I don't know if y'all know this, the survival dude, Bear Grylls. He be on Discovery Channel, like in the woods, teaching you how to survive and shit.
Bear Grylls, that sounds like a rapper who
he's that dude.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's like awesome. Like, well, you need to go check his shit out. He's pretty cool. But anyway, he has a whole reality show, and basically what it is like 12 celebrities on a in the some sort of, I think they said Cuban rainforest, some rainforest.
Like
I think it's in Cuba. And basically they learn how to survive. And then if they lose the challenge, they get put in the bear pit. And basically bear has to hunt them. And they have to try to make it out the bear pit before a bear catch them. This shit is sweet. They have a Spice Girl on there. They have Scary Spice on there. It's like a British show because everybody on there is British. So, or Irish. So like UK. I guess, I'm
gonna tell you what I do miss already. Snowfall. Already.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
I missed the fuck out of Snowfall.
Have you seen American Made?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
You need Tom. Not a big Tom Cruise guy, but he's really good.
Well, I miss Snowfall and Ozark.
Dude, if you like Ozark, you got to watch The Waterfront.
Okay.
Not that they're similar, but they said if you like Ozark, you'll like this. So
yeah, and I like Ozark. My boy Tony put me on the Ozark, and I binge watched it, and all the way up to when I caught up to the last season. No, I loved it.
I felt like at times it got slow. I was like, oh my gosh, just do something already.
The Wonderful Adventures of Marty Bird. But have you like did you watch The Sopranos?
Who hasn't? Come on.
Me.
I didn't.
I was gonna say
Oh,
me.
Oh my goodness.
I never watched The Sopranos.
That's embarrassing. Come on.
It's not. I'm a nerd. I watch
You don't watch The
documentaries.
Godfather of Harlem, but you can't watch The Sopranos.
I know, and that's what my boy Tony be telling me. He's like, you can watch Godfather of Harlem, you can watch Snowfall, you can watch Power, but you can't watch
Power's good.
Yeah,
That sounds racist, Brandon.
No,
it's
what?
not racist.
How?
I'm just joking. Oh, you
I
just
was gonna
named
say,
all
I
the
watch
black shows and the white show.
I watch
all
Ozark.
the black shows you watch, but you ain't watched the white show.
I watch Ozark.
Power isn't a black show.
Yes,
Power
it
is a black show.
No,
Yes,
it's not. You got how's it a black show?
That's a black show, dude.
The
How's it a
majority
black
of the
show?
cast is black. It's a black show.
It's a
But
black
that
show.
means it's a black show.
Oh, it's a black show.
You got Tommy. He's one of the hardest.
But see, Tommy's
He is.
Tommy's spinoff is about to come back on in the fall.
I'm just messing with you guys. I know
that is such a black show.
Honestly, I don't know what classifies as a black show. I don't know.
Power that classifies as a black show.
I would say like Medea.
No,
someone asked me if I wanted to watch Medea. I was like, no, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, if 75% or more of the cast or crew is black, it's a black show or movie.
Snowfall was more versatile, actually.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a black show, dude.
Huh?
That's kind of a black show.
Well, you had three different stories. You had Franklin and his family story. You had the undercover CIA agent,
the white guy,
white, and then you had Gustavo, who was Mexican.
But the family, the main characters,
but you can't really say that, Brandon, because that Power was the same way. You had multiple storylines of people of different ethnicities. So if you said Power is a black show, then so is Snowfall.
Yeah, I agree with yeah.
But in the beginning, you know that cop that was trying to get Ghost, the one that ended up getting killed, I think, in his apartment.
Jimenez? No, not Jimenez.
Angela's first partner,
Greg Knox.
Yes, him. He was a major part. That was a big storyline.
But that was a part. But that was a part of Angela's storyline.
And you're right too. That Jimenez too.
But that was a part of the FBI storyline in the show. I'm talking about with Gustavo and the other cop. I forgot his name.
Hey, how is this?
You really dipped into their lives and their background, their origin story. All you knew about Greg Knox was he was an FBI agent.
Yeah, Knox was. I don't like him.
Got knocked off.
Yeah, when I say faggot, I'm not saying it in a homo or get what.
No, that was what was the first big crime boss name? Not Jimenez. Lobos. That was Lobos.
Yeah.
He was the fruit pop.
Yeah. I watched Ocean's 11 yesterday. That was okay. I can't. What is it? They got some good shows on TV or what is it called? TV. I can't remember what it's called. They got some free stuff though. It's pretty good.
You watch Fossum?
Say it again.
Fossum, the little streaming app.
I hate that.
Like it's like Tubi and
Tubi.
I love Tubi. I hate Fossum.
They got some
I hate damn Pluto.
Pluto.
That damn Pluto get on my nerve. Let me see what else does get on my nerve. But no, I love Tubi. Tubi is the best one in my opinion outside of Netflix.
You think Tubi is better than Peacock? No Peacock is dope.
I mean, well, I'm not on Peacock a lot, so I don't really know.
I don't pay for any streaming services. I got a website and I just watch it.
I got a Fire Stick.
I know that's right.
I have Fire Stick. I'm just stubborn as fuck. That's all. I got 2 Fire Sticks. I'm stubborn as a bitch. I really am. Because my boy hooked it up to where I could watch all that shit. I'm like, okay, Xfinity, here you go. Like I'm stubborn.
Hey, that's nice.
That's where when it comes to me, that's where the leopard won't change his spots.
So you just get the free streaming stuff.
Well, no, the only ones that I pay for is Disney Plus. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
I pay for the Disney Plus bundle. That's it.
Okay.
Because the Netflix and the Netflix, Peacock, and HBO Max come with my Xfinity.
Okay. You pay for cable.
I pay for cable. I'm
Oh
a
my
dinosaur.
gosh.
Look, I don't give. Look,
I
I
will
don't
never
judge
pay
me
for
if you want. I don't give a shit.
I'm not judging. I just will never pay for cable in my life ever.
Well, good for you. I've paid for cable the majority of my life.
And let me get your Xfinity login.
Hell no. Pay
That's
for it.
hilarious.
I'm gonna send you a link, both of you guys, and then y'all will say thank you. And it has everything you need. You just go on your Fire Stick, just go to the internet browser, type it in. That's it. Has everything.
Okay.
Drop Disney Plus. You don't need it.
I will not. My kids love
Exactly.
Disney.
It's the
My
only
kids
place I
love-
can go watch the whole Hamilton in full.
My kids love Disney Plus, so I will not drop Disney Plus, sir.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
the main reason
Fair
why
enough.
I have Disney Plus. Oh, that and I can get every Simpsons episode.
And it's about to be July 4th, so you know Hamilton about to be in full effect. Stop playing with me. And it's the 10-year, and it's about to be Hamilton. You get it? Hamilton, 10
I
years.
don't
You
even know.
get
I
it?
don't even know what Hamilton is.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now?
You ain't missing much.
First of all, I love Broadway. Okay. I love plays.
I do too.
Okay.
I was an actor.
And Hamilton is one
Eminent.
of the best plays to ever come out of Broadway, in
Oh
my
my goodness! I could
personal
never
opinion.
watch
Okay,
it.
I went to see Hamilton. Okay, it was lit. Okay, I sung all the songs. All right. Matter of fact, everybody sung all the songs. Okay, we might as well have been a part of the production for real.
Money you could have kept in your pocket.
I'm looking
paid
at
a
it
good
now. I do
night.
not want to see it.
I paid a nice amount for that ticket, but it was a Broadway show. I do not care. I do not care. I paid a good amount for that ticket. I sure
sorry.
did. I'm not
The
gonna
only
tell you
play-
how much
the
I
only
paid for
play
it.
I would
Well,
ever
I mean,
pay
if
for
it
is
make you,
School of Rock.
if you like it, I love it for you. That's
Thank
all
you. But you need to go check it
I
out.
love-
It's
I
on
love
Disney
it.
Plus. Hamilton. And I'm not
No.
saying it because I'm like, all patriotic or whatever the case may be. I like it because it's a dope ass play. And
It does
Lynn,
not look patriotic.
wait, what?
Maybe
What?
it doesn't look patriotic, but okay, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
it's not necessarily patriotic, but some
black
people may
now,
perceive
now,
it that way.
now I'll watch
It's
it.
definitely not. I mean,
You got black
It's
people playing slave owners.
I love it because it's very artistic way of giving his interpretation on the story of Alexander Hamilton, and he did it brilliantly. And the music, the way he executed it was awesome. And because not only am I into Broadway and plays and all that, I love music, so I picked up right away on all the influences that he used for the play, like specific songs, even down to the lines.
Do you play
And I'm
any
like,
instruments?
yeah, I play a couple.
What do you play? I play the piano. And drums.
Piano.
Ah.
I play
okay.
piano. I do not play drums. I've always wanted to learn how to play drums. My mom would never let me have
If you
a
know
drum set.
piano, I'll be honest with you, piano
And
and
I play
drums.
trumpet.
All right, that's kind of nerdy. No, I'm joking.
I don't care. I was in marching
I'm just,
band.
I'm just joking. No, playing instruments is one of the coolest thing ever. So yeah, I sing, play the drums. If you can play the piano, it translates to drums pretty well. I learned drums before piano.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically
drums is harder than piano.
But see, the thing is, you got to be able to do two different things with your hands at the same time.
No,
and
that's why I know you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can, and I'm like so weird the way my brain works. It's very easy. Oh my
Guitar
God,
is different.
I can strum a little bit, but playing whole songs, no, I can't do that. I want to take lessons.
Can you read notes?
I can read music a little bit, but I play everything by ear. I taught myself how to play all my instruments, everything by ear.
So on piano, if I gave you a book, could you read the notes and play it or no?
It would probably take me a while, but yeah,
okay.
Eventually
so
I get it.
So you can't read them.
I can't read
them either.
If you talking about picking up a book and be like no, hell no. Okay. But I can listen to it and I can play it.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Now, do you have a piano?
No, nope. I
Okay.
haven't owned a keyboard or piano in some years.
I have a keyboard. Yeah.
Okay. Roman wants one. He's been playing, so we're looking at some to get him one for his birthday. And London wants to learn how to play drums. We've been going to Guitar Center for the last couple weeks.
Go to Sam and Ash.
It's not. They closed it. It's not there anymore.
If you go to Guitar Center, ask for Johnny. Tell him you know me, and he'll give you a discount. I
already talked to Johnny. Johnny is the one who's been helping me with the keyboards.
Tell him you know me, and tell him that he said Zach said you'll give him a discount.
Okay.
Because he hooked me up.
Yeah, Johnny is so good. He's really good. He told me he's a producer. He make music and all that stuff.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I would.
Yeah,
he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the last time we went, I waited 30 minutes just for him to get to work because they were like, "Do you need help?" I was like, "Yeah, I need help, but I'm waiting for Johnny. I don't want nobody else to help me because I know they get commission. So when I buy, he was the one who helped me in the first place, so he gonna get the commission. Thank you."
That's where I wish I'd learned.
Small world. How do you know him? Just from
I know him because I went to the Guitar Center one day.
Yeah, he's been there. I went to high school with him.
Oh, get out.
We graduated same year, I think.
That's what's up.
Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Sam and Ash, I'm actually bummed that place closed down. That was a great spot.
You know what? If they would have never changed it from Mars Music to Sam Ash, it probably would have still been there.
I didn't even know it was changed.
Yep, that's how old we are.
It used to be Mars Music back in the day. Yeah, have a big red ass planet on the front.
Yes. No, when you walk in
right now.
What?
I said Deontay Wilder is fighting right now.
No way. I never heard.
He's a former heavyweight champion, a knockout artist.
His ass said peekaboo.
I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna put it up for a second. I'm gonna take it down. Yeah, this is it.
All right, go ahead for YouTube to block your damn video.
Put it up.
I'm not the one.
Zoom it.
I mean, well, I am.
They won't take it down if you zoom in.
The Joseph Parker fight. That's a fight Parker won in 2023.
Don't show YouTube.
Was able to outpoint Deontay, get the decision. Feels like he can really emulate that style.
This is my dude. His career, ever since he fought Tyson Fury, his career has gone down.
The Gypsy King.
Well, where has Tyson Fury career gone?
He's
down ever since he fought Usyk. Him and Anthony Joshua need to get in the ring. That would be the biggest fight in the history of Great Britain. But see, that's my issue about it. They take forever to set up the big fights because Wilder and Joshua should have fought.
I mean, he's
Fury and Joshua should have fought
into heavyweight fights.
But now,
210,
I mean, Wilder's a power puncher. He really can't box. But when he hits you flush, you're not waking up.
Yeah, you know,
not in 10 seconds.
Better putting on size.
That's why they got this dude in the ring. This is a tomato can. Wilder gonna knock his ass out within the first 2 rounds.
Right hand.
How would you call this man a tomato can?
Very careful.
He is.
We've seen it.
And look at the name
because he's wearing red.
I'll be right back.
That's a coincidence. Look at the name of the people who's streaming it.
And I like how Wilder's cutting that ring off on him too. Whoever Hernan's moving,
I can't see it.
It follows him with that jab.
You can't see it. You should be able to see it.
Herndon, he's been in
it's right there in the right hand corner.
Yeah, but those words are little as hell.
Richard Torres Jr.
Was this the Trap House?
The Trap House.
That's another right hand. That the first real right hand thrown by Wilder, but Herndon was.
This is the first ever live event on Sports Plus Live. Yay!
Avoid that one.
Oh my gosh.
Head movement certainly is going to be key. All the movement is going to be key for Herndon. Now, besides movement, Gabe, does Herndon have the power to hurt Wilder?
Well, you know, at the heavyweight division, anyone can be hurt. You know, these are big guys 200 plus pounds.
I just went to
any shot
YouTube
he gets you.
while y'all was talking, and it said live fight now. I was like, wait, what?
Buster Douglas was in the corner of Herndon.
Oh, I believe it.
Buster Douglas is Herndon's trainer?
No, so far, I like how Deontay's starting off this round. Like I said, sticking to that jab, keeping his distance, not really loading up on the right hand, just letting it go a few times, setting the tone for the fight.
Final 10 here of the opening round. Herndon tried to throw a looping right hand, just missed as round one comes
Hey,
to a
we in
close.
this motherfucker, bro. We in this bitch, bro.
That's
Hey,
the
man.
people
Brandon,
who
this is
streaming
so
it.
Deontay Wilder, man.
ghetto.
Former world champion.
Oh my God, bro.
Hey, that's the
That is
people.
so ghetto.
That's the people who streaming it.
I'm gonna appreciate y'all niggas subscribing this shit, man. We got
Brandon,
more fights to come, man. We got Bam coming up, Clarissa coming up. Y'all niggas
Oh shit.
tap in with the kid, man. It's the kid that did, bro. I'm gonna need y'all to sub up to this goddamn channel, bro. We got Deontay Wilder in this bitch. Yeah, he fighting in Wichita, Kansas. That bitch empty as fuck. And we supporting the boxing community, bro. So y'all fuck with the kid. Y'all appreciate me. I'm appreciating y'all. Hit the goddamn subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? We in this bitch, man. Look in, bro.
All right, round
Yeah.
2, ready to go.
Yo.
Jeffrey Mays, head trainer for Herndon.
wow.
Don House, first
Oh,
fight, he's the head
shit.
trainer for Deontay Wilder.
Hey,
Wilder
that's
comes in
worth
quickly
watching
to
the stream
establish the
right
jab
there.
And I like that. That's a flicking jab, just putting it out there.
Shout out to the Trap House.
Wants to do just enough to give Herndon something to think about.
Come on, Deontay. Knock this motherfucker out.
Wilder utilizing that jab. Certainly has the reach advantage on Herndon. Herndon's going to have to find a way to get on the inside, continue to move. This certainly doesn't want to be a stationary object there as Wilder immediately threw the right hand, and Herndon was able to avoid it, but it was close.
Wilder did get that left hook in, though.
Wilder obviously has always been in great shape, but
He
uses
just
the right
not a
hand,
boxer.
backs Herndon up a bit.
He's a power puncher. That's it.
Herndon trying to now get Wilder on his back foot.
He is not a power
Wilder
puncher at
continues to
all.
float the
I
jab
mean, he's
out
not
there.
a boxer at all. He's a power puncher.
for
After this
Herndon
round,
to
I'm
be
gonna go off
successful,
it
he needs to
because I don't even
slip
make
or
y'all
weave
sit
his
here and
way
watch it.
inside and throw off
I
that
just
movement.
ran in
For
this.
him
I
to be
thought this
straight
was
up
cool.
like this right now, he's not going to be able to get shots in with Wilder.
No, absolutely not. And, he after alluding to the Joseph Parker fight, but, I watched that fight. Parker was not only moving, he was throwing. He was getting in and out.
Yes.
And he was giving Wilder something to think about. A huge looping right hand as Herndon gets out of harm's way. So right now, Herndon's doing a good job at avoiding the right hand, but he's got to, as you mentioned, loop in and out and try to get some offense going.
And that jab, that long jab by Wilder is really in the way for Herndon. He can't figure it out yet. It's a nice double jab right there. Nice and simple.
Wilder connecting with that jab. Good tool so far for Wilder. And we've seen him use the jab before in other fights. Something that he does have in his arsenal.
What?
Check hook.
What? Check hook.
Puts him down, and Herndon looks at referee Ray Corona saying that was a slip. That was not a knockdown.
Finish him.
Frustrated.
It was a balance shot,
Yeah.
but he did get hit with the check hook.
But it didn't appear to affect Herndon in a negative way. Just negative on the scorecards. Now Wilder upping it up as we reach the bell, and Herndon looking at his corner right now is to say,
we in this
was
bitch,
that a
bro.
knockdown?
You know
Because
what
he
I'm
didn't
saying?
believe so.
It's more people in here than that goddamn arena, nigga. Believe that. I'm telling you. I know what's going on. Hey, look, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, bro. Hey, man, y'all tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? We in here, you know damn well that was a slippage. That was not no fucking knockdown or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Buddy doing a lot of. He did tap him though.
He caught him.
But hey, man, y'all support Deontay.
Okay. Anyway, all right, you guys. I ain't gonna make y'all watch that. I hope y'all enjoyed that brief cameo.
Boo! Nah, I'm just joking. Sports plus life.
Nah, if he knock his ass the fuck out, I'm gonna bring it back on. So just to see the replay. But oh my goodness. Yeah, tonight DJing was good. It was good. You know, all those fathers had those little princesses, and I'm talking about pre-K and under. They had them looking real nice.
That's adorable.
It was adorable. It was. It was very adorable. It was. And everybody enjoyed themselves, of course. And the staff was also asking, hey, they were saying, hey, Yarissa, why don't you get him here so we can have a staff party? And then I said, well, why don't y'all have a Christmas party? They said, ooh. They said, but Christmas is so far away. I said, not really. I said, Christmas is 6 months away, less than 6 months away now, actually.
Right. You think about how fast the first half of the year went by.
Ain't that some shit? We are halfway home to 2026. I swear I'm gonna say this again. Nothing when you get out of school, when you become an adult, nothing moves faster than time.
I don't believe that.
Oh, Lomar, that's a good question, my boy. How's my fitness journey going? My fitness journey is still going good. Huh?
You know what moves faster than time?
What?
Light.
Good with you.
It's the truth.
That does move fast in time. No, I had to DJ tonight, bro.
I didn't know.
I had a DJ.
I was just checking on
What the hell is going on?
I'm good, man. I'm live right now.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm good. I had the DJ tonight. No, I ain't heading out nowhere. Yo, it's somebody streaming the Deontay Wilder fight live now. Yeah, on YouTube. Come here, look.
Yeah, I can see the light was on. So I said, I'm gonna holler at my boy. I ain't holler at my
yeah.
Wow.
It's live. All right. Yeah.
So I was like, I seen the light on. So I was like, I'm gonna holler at my nigga. What's going on with it?
Man, yo, what you got going on tomorrow?
Oh, you got.
That's why I'm asking you.
Mom?
Yeah. Me neither. Huh? Whatever, man. I ain't been to beach house all year. Yeah. Where's that, downtown? No. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take my niece just got her LP. So I'm gonna take her to drive, but I'm gonna do that around like 1. But after that, I ain't got shit. Already. All right. Again, I'm gonna say this again. No structure. There's no structure to this show. Reality TV ain't got shit on that because that's real motherfucking reality. That's real reality. Now, Lomar, I'm sorry, sir. Let me answer your question. Fitness journey is going good. The The sun tried to beat my ass this week. It tried to beat everybody's ass this week. But I did get in a couple of good workouts. Again, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So journey is the correct word to move. And thank you for asking, bro. I'm talking. See, what the fuck I'm talking about, man? My boy be worrying about what's going on in my life. Not worried, but just what the fuck I'm talking about. How your journey going, bro? I'm being serious though. Kia,
Yes.
you okay?
Mm-hmm.
What you got going on? How's the movie?
What movie? I wasn't watching the
You
movie.
want to tell the audience about it?
About what?
What you working on?
Oh, the movie. Why are you gonna put my business out, my shit out there like that to the world?
If you wanted to say, if you wanted to,
Yes, I'm working on a movie.
Okay.
So far it's lit. So far, excuse me. All I have is I don't have a script yet. But all I have is basically a concept and some concept characters. I have some concept art, some things to draw some inspiration from. And I have a wonderful assistant that is helping me by the name of Rain. Rain is awesome. I could do none of this without her, literally. And that's all I want to say. I gotta keep it top secret. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you.
Okay. You know, it's the
And you got
platform
me
that
so confused when you said, "How's the movie?" I was like, "What movie?" I was watching Drew Hill videos.
Drew Hill videos. Oh shit! I was listening to my playlist I got on YouTube called "Boys to Men vs. Drew Hill." What song you listening to? Ooh.
I was listening. Hey, mommy, you know that I like it when you call me papi, but this is like the deep. You've been seeing another Jigo. Oh, you know what else I watched? I didn't know that Cisco was on The Masked Singer like a couple seasons ago, or whatever the case may be. He was the lizard.
He was.
And I watched all his performances. That was crazy. I was like, how the hell did I miss this?
I downloaded one of those songs that he did.
Oh yeah. I like the song he did, Uptown Girl. That was a good song. Yeah, I liked his version of Uptown Girl. I liked his version of Scooby-Doo. I liked his version of Evanescence, Wake Me Up. That was fire. That was fire. And I like that when he lost, he did the thong song. Like he lost so gracefully. I loved it. Somebody thought it was Ray J. Like, when have you ever known Ray J to sing like that? The hell?
Man, what the fuck? Don't insult Cisco like that. Don't ever insult Cisco talking about some Ray J. Oh no.
Yeah. Yep. Somebody thought it was Cisco, and somebody else thought it was Michael Bivins.
Michael Bivins.
Two of the judges guessed right. Cisco, obviously, like you. I mean, come on. Cisco has a voice. Well, I mean, okay. Most of us know what Cisco sound like if you grew up listening to Cisco, but these younger kids probably are not familiar unless you've heard like the thong song or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, Cisco has classic vocal riffs that he do. Like you cannot mistake Cisco. So for the fact that these niggas said Michael Bivins and Ray J, I was done.
Mid 90s baby, from mid 90s babies on, they're not familiar with Cisco. If you were born in 1995, you're probably not that familiar with Cisco. Possibly and definitely if you was born in 2000, you're not familiar with Cisco.
Yeah.
Because 2000 is when
Or
Cisco.
really Drew Hill for that matter.
Yeah, real shit. Baby.
What's that shit, Lomar?
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what. Thank you, Hampton, for being familiar. I appreciate that. Yeah, Cisco, that shit. Hey, Zach, you heard of Cisco?
Yeah.
Okay. You heard of Drew Hill?
You said, what did you say?
Have you heard of Drew Hill?
Why do I know that? I don't know. Sounds familiar. Cisco, yeah. Drew Hill? I don't know. I've heard that, yeah, but I don't know who he is.
Have you heard of Boys to Men?
What is it?
Boys to Men.
That's a movie, right?
Oh, what the fuck?
Brandon. Boys to
Oh no,
Men.
I'm thinking of Boys in the Hood. My bad.
He said
The
a
music,
goddamn
the
movie.
R&B, the old R&B group Boys to Men.
No, I don't listen to music like that.
My boy Hampton said he thought you was about to make him proud, Zach. God damn.
That was funny.
Also, Cisco, I thought you were talking about like the baking stuff or some shit. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so you ever heard of the thong song?
Lord have mercy. I'm glad I haven't.
Okay. Then you definitely don't know. That was his like biggest song. It's like, ooh, that dress so scandalous, and I know another couldn't handle it, and you're shaking that thing like who's the ish with a look in the eye so devilish.
My daughter
She like
never.
to dance in the hip
My
hop spot.
daughter's never listened to that.
Not disturbing, but she liked the pop because she
What
was
was that
living la
corny
vida
ass movie that
loca.
Cisco was in?
The corny movie he was in?
Yeah,
I don't remember him being in a movie.
he was in a movie.
No, I don't know. I didn't see it.
I'm gonna look it up. There was a movie that was in theaters.
Okay.
There was one of them.
But was it critically acclaimed?
One
Okay.
of them high
Let's talk
school
about
movies.
that. Was it critically acclaimed?
Yeah, that was like a motherfucker. Wow. Filmography. Let me see. Get Over
That
It.
is
That's what it
hilarious.
was called.
Get over it. You know what I was about
Yeah.
to say? Oh, not another
What?
teen movie.
Well, around
I've seen that one.
around the same time period.
Oh,
Seen that
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kirsten Dunst was in it. Ben Foster. Zoe. Whatchamacallit from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Zoe Saldana.
Uh-huh.
It's so funny how, like, during that time, Hollywood just wanted to, like, copy and paste the same thing over and over and over and over and over
Pretty
again.
much.
I was like, dude, so
That's
tired
all
of
get-
these same scripts with the same
That's what
type
I'll
of
get over. That's all get
bull.
over it was.
It was like
Get over it.
wasn't it like a comedy, like a mock of that though? Or was that not another teen movie? That was not
That was
another
not
teen
another
movie,
teen
right?
movie. Now they should have called that a knockdown.
That movie was funny.
Use the old clips.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm
Let me
sorry.
chime
Like
back into this
90s,
fight right
early
quick. I think somebody
2000
about to
movies
get
were really
knocked
good.
out.
Utilize that right hand.
They were when they weren't copying each other. Why the fucking shit sound like this?
That's because you shouldn't be watching it.
Sound like goddamn
The
rope.
feds then found out
Yes,
he
that
made
shit-
it hot. Soon as he said it was
He
more
about to
people
finish
on
him.
his
He about to
stream than
finish
in the arena.
He about to finish him though. He about to knock him the fuck out. Take him out. Take him out. Stop holding, you little bitch. Come on, take him out. Take him out. Come on, Deontay. He's there to be finished. Boy, if Deontay Wilder had a left hand, he would still be the champion. If he actually used his left hand the way he should, he would still be the heavyweight champion. He always just looking for that right hand, and everybody knows it. Oh, he just knocked him down again, though. He caught him with an uppercut. They done totally cut the sound off. They about to stop the fight. Oh, no, he got up. All right, finish him. Finish him! Finish him! Come on, you waiting for that right hand. You waiting for that right. See, stop winging like that. God damn, why you leave yourself wide open to be countered? Hey, whoever that was talking shit, they about to cut his stream.
Do you see it counting down in the corner?
Do I see what?
Oh, wait. Is that the round? I can't see what that is. Is that the round counting down? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the round counting down. What? Hey, this dude trying to get out the fight. They call it a slip? All right, let me go. Let me take it off. Because this joint is all the way fucking up. All the way fucking up.
Wilder used to be that dude, man.
He went on. He just went off the. Wilder did used to be that dude. They just went off the link. They just put up this big ass ugly looking house. I guess that's the sign for the trap house. Wilder did used to be that dude.
What y'all got playing this weekend?
Going to the museum with the kids.
Okay.
That's about it. And laundry, for sure.
Ooh. Yeah, I got one of those all-in-one washer and dryers. You just put it in, and it washes and dries. It's so awesome.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take my niece to help her learn how to drive. And yeah, I mean, she just got a learner's permit, so she asked me could I help her. I promised her, but she got a learner's permit, I would help her drive. I'll help teach her to drive.
Just make sure she's not actually driving now.
Bro, it's better learning from me than her mama. No, I'm being serious. Her mama can't. Her mama is not a good driver.
I mean, it runs in female nature, man.
The devil is a liar.
Yeah, did you text Riley?
Ooh.
Did you text Riley?
I did text Riley.
Did he say anything?
No, I ain't hear nothing. Ooh, oh no. I'm about to finish him.
Brandon, tell me why. When I took the kids to teppanyaki today, we were leaving, walking out the door, and it was these two Hispanic guys walking out behind us, and I held the the door open. I mean, because we walked out first, so I just held the door open so they can, walk behind us or whatever. And he spoke to me in Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of caught me off guard at first because I was like, I'm not Spanish, one. But two, I kind of understood what he said, but I replied back to him. I was like, I just told him that he was welcome or whatever the case may be. But it was funny. We had laughed because I think he realized what he did when he did it. It's like sometimes you're so used to speaking when you're bilingual or multilingual, you're so used to speaking your main language that you kind of like forget to translate sometimes when you're speaking for people who don't speak your language or speaking to people who don't speak your language. That used to happen all the time with me at my last Publix. This woman who was in the cut room, she was from Cuba, and we used to do it to each other all the time because I would try to learn as much Spanish as I could from her so we could work together. And it's funny because sometimes I would catch myself talking to her in English instead of trying to speak to her in Spanish. And she'd be like, so no English. And I'd be like, oh, my bad. And then she would do the same thing to me, like, because she, even though her English wasn't that great, I understood her English way better than I understood her Spanish, right? And vice
Right.
versa. It
Right.
was so weird. It was so weird, but it worked. And I miss her. Oh, but yeah.
Out, and I think
I don't
that's
know why I
the
mentioned
ref
that, but I just thought it was funny.
stopped the fight.
Oh, okay.
Every time I look at the screen, it's like a back. Zach has a different background.
Bruh,
Taking a knee in the
I'm all
corner,
over the place today for
taking his
real.
time, like,
This is a quick
that
update. The
would've
fight
been a
has
shot
been
right
stopped.
there.
Deontay Wilder
It's like,
won.
you
They
know,
stopped the fight right here.
I would have liked the
Big,
fight to
big.
continue.
That shot right there.
Because I like to see Vicious knockouts.
He's not even protecting
Caesar said
himself.
we're the ones on the outside.
Yeah, but you know
Right.
the ref is going by the body.
I'm sorry. If you can get to the point where you in the fight and you just standing there letting him hit you in the face, just tap out. Just tap out. Wave the towel
Plus,
at
he
this
kept
point.
going down.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
don't
what
know
they say running? Oh,
I don't
throw
know
in
what
the
the
towel.
referee
That's
was
right.
doing.
You know, he stood
Or you can
down.
hit the what was
I
the
don't know what
dude
the
name?
referee was doing.
What was the dude name? You can hit the no
What
mas.
was the school?
The no mas.
Oh, Roberto Duran.
You can hit the no mas. Yeah.
Yeah, Roberto Duran hit the no mas. I don't know what the referee was doing because the dude kept going down, but he kept calling it slips. That's why I kept saying, what? And eventually Wilder clocked his ass.
and his conditioning looked good.
No, he was
Wilder
as
needed the
fresh as he
rounds.
was from
He's
the
40
first
years
round
old
in that-
now, and
in
he
that
Yo.
final round. So,
Yo,
but
want to fight.
the
me and this
Bronx
motherfucker, man.
Man.
Hey, look, right? I'm about to drop this link in the chat, right? Man, everybody
Oh
that's
my
still in
God.
here, man, y'all take this link, bro. Y'all join the panel. Let me hear what y'all got to say. Let me hear what Deontay say, man. I just dropped the link in the chat.
All right, we good.
Oh my God.
Man, you know, it's been hot as hell these past couple days.
I think it's been
Yeah,
hotter.
today was a breath of fresh air, to tell you the truth. You said washed. Yeah, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Rob, if Deontay got in the ring with a top-tier heavyweight, he would get knocked out within 5 rounds. Unless he landed one of them bombs. That's it. That's straight up. Because he was fighting a dude tonight that nobody ever heard of. Straight up. Straight up. So I got to agree
I
with
guess
the
that's
wash
what it's
statement
come
on
down
that.
to, huh?
I guess so. It's a damn
That's
shame.
what it's come down to.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a damn shame. But you know what? He was a champion for a long time. So he's had a great career. He made a lot of money.
Yeah, some
Now
people
he's
just don't know how to quit.
Yep, exactly. I was just about to say that. Now he's one of them great old fighters who just don't want to give it up yet.
Man, Floyd gonna fight again. Watch.
Who?
Floyd gonna fight again.
Floyd gonna fight again because I heard he's damn near bankrupt.
Because he's an idiot. He don't know how to. I mean, he got all them people around him. He don't want to listen to nobody. Just because you're the best fighter, or whatever.
Don't mean you're the best
You're the
businessman.
best picker and chooser. Don't mean you know how to spend your money.
Right, and they're saying that he went broke by this investment into real estate in these homes in Manhattan. He thought he owned them all, but apparently that wasn't the case.
Yeah, he
got to read the paperwork.
Yeah.
He can't read.
That shit is crazy.
That shit is crazy.
He can't really read. He really can't.
No, he really can't read.
He really
can't read.
Hey, I mean, he is.
So this is what I think is going to happen. If Manny Pacquiao wins his fight on my birthday, he becomes a champion. I believe he calls Floyd out for a rematch. It ain't going to make the money it did 10 years ago. Damn, that was 10 fucking years ago. Yes,
the same year Hamilton came out.
Okay, nobody's talking about Hamilton. We're talking about boxing. He ain't gonna get the money that he would got 10 years ago, but that would still be a nice little piece of money.
Brandon,
Yes.
can you please play a clip of Hamilton?
No, they gonna
Just
block me.
the opening act. Just a couple little quick
Hold on,
little something.
all right, I gotta be all right, now with that. I gotta be careful because let me see what I can find. With that, I gotta be careful because they will block me for that.
Really?
Hamilton, yes, no, Brooke, they will. I gotta see where it's coming from. If it's a short, then I can do it.
Yeah, you can find a short.
If it's a short, I can do it. But if it's like, let's see where we at.
The very opening act.
They're not showing me any shorts. Book study, I'll get blocked. Hamilton, I will get blocked. Alexander Hamilton, I will get blocked. Let's see. They don't have no shorts. Oh yeah, they do. Okay. All right. This is just for you. Let's see.
Thank you. Is this the opening act?
I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's not. It's not.
Orphan, son of a whore, and
Oh wait, yes it is.
Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor. Grow up to be a hero
in the scholar.
$10 founded father without a father, got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter, by they placed him in charge of a trading charter.
And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted.
That dude right there, he can rap real talk.
He struggled and kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of the brother. Beg, steal, borrow, or barter.
How does a bastard orphan?
Yes. What's your name, man? Don't listen. Don't get me started on Hamilton, okay? Please. Okay?
Nobody
Please.
said anything. Nobody said anything.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, the off sync was crazy. Nobody could hear what they were saying because you was rapping with it and you was like 3 words.
Oh, then why you ain't tell me?
Mute your microphone and I'll play it again.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Hampton.
Son of a whore and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor. Grow up to be a hero and a scholar. The $10 founded father without a father, got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter.
And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter.
How does a bastard orphan?
There we go.
Fire. Just fucking flames. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Man. Shit, damn, it's 12:30. About to be 12:30. I keep forgetting that I ain't start this bitch until past 10.
It sounds like you just said I didn't start this shit until ass 10. Oh
wow.
My God.
Get your head out
the I've got to go.
I definitely did not say that. I got people out there that want them Sports Plus Life shirts, Kia.
All right. Well, tell people to hit me up on my Instagram at KWeathersTowns, and we'll talk.
Hampton is one of them.
KWeathersTowns, KWeathersTowns. Holla.
Hey, Rob be trying to low-key talk some shit. Why don't you bring your monkey ass on here and say it to my face? Say it to my virtual face. Bet you won't do that. You want to talk shit in the chat. Chat, tough guy.
Chat. Should I fold that bitch? No,
Oh
yo,
no,
the
hey,
map.
say the address. Say the address one more time.
At K Weathers Towns. KWEATHERSTOWNES.
I know my bet is right, old dust ass nigga. Yeah, he ain't super tough guy. Anybody can talk. Anybody can talk shit typing. All right, he got it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Show dust ass up, nigga. Oh, I ain't even tell you. I got an appointment at America's Best next Thursday.
That's awesome.
It is, so I can stop wearing these ghetto fabulous glasses.
Ghetto superstar.
Hey, them jokes is ghetto fabulous. They are ghetto fabulous. I'm serious.
Brandon, please tell me who did this. This is so random, but singing that just made me think about it. Y'all.
Busta Rhymes. Are you serious? Busta Rhymes. Woo-ha! Got you all in check.
Oh my gosh.
Busta Rhymes. That was Robert's elementary school crush.
Call his ass Saucy Santana. Ew.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna call him.
Wait, you said that was
Ranch
what now?
Robert. That was Busta Rhymes. That was Robert's childhood crush.
Where did that come from?
Ranchy Robert.
Is it? Wow. You and Robert must be throwing shots back and forth.
He's the one who's throwing shots at me.
Mm.
That's all right. I'm gonna put a banner up about his ass. Here we go. He the one trying to throw shots at me. There you go. Read that. He been throwing shots at me for the last couple of shows. I'm like, okay, all right.
Well, I'm hype AF because in less than a week, Jurassic Park Rebirth, I believe that is that the one? Is that the new one? It might be Rebirth. I don't know, but whatever the fuck it is coming out on July 2nd, and I am hype AF. I cannot wait to see it. My girl ScarJo is in there. Killing it as always.
I love her. Love me
So
some
do
Black
I.
Widow. I still never watched
Her
that
name is
movie though.
Scarlet. Her name is Scarlet. Scarlet.
I still
Put
never.
some respect on her name.
Have
You
watched,
know who she
have you
married
watched
to,
that?
right? No, I
She's
haven't.
married?
You know who she married to, right?
Who?
You know this dude. I think he it's either SNL, yeah, Saturday Night Live. His name is Colin Jost. When you look at him, you would not think that would be the guy she was married to, just because she's like this. Not to say that he's not fabulous, or she don't see anything particular in him or whatever. It's just through my lenses. He just don't look like the type of guy that she would have married to me. That's just my own personal opinion. But I'm glad it works for her.
Well, if it ain't me, I don't give a fuck. So congratulations.
That's fucked up.
Birthright citizenship is ending. Rob. Hey, Rob. Nobody gives a fuck.
So what that mean for black people then?
Nobody gives a fuck if you can't be a man and come say it on here yourself. Now, I looked right into that camera and told you. What anything outlandish you want to talk about for what the hell?
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually, I do. Okay, so I watched this thing on YouTube yesterday. It was just like a compilation video, a reaction video. What?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my God. About random like TikTok videos, like conspiracies, aliens, weird shit. And there was this video of this little round ball, this little metal round ball that this woman had filmed in the sky. I think she was in Colombia, and she was like in her house or whatever the case may be, and she saw like this big, well, it wasn't really big, it's about the size of a basketball, flying through the air, like left, right, up, down, whatever the case may be. So she recorded it.
That sounds like an old Nintendo cheat code. Go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah. If y'all ever played Contra, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So the woman recorded this little spear or whatever, and then someone else in the nearby village saw it too. They recorded it, put the videos online. Now, there was another video that came out because it was a guy named Jose who was out with his metal detector that he got from a company called the German company, and they made his metal detector. So he was out in the woods just randomly one day. He didn't know shit about the sphere. He was just out in the woods randomly. And he found the sphere because in one of the earlier videos, the person who was filming it said it looked like it had got shocked by the electric lines, and that's what made it fall down to the ground. And they say you could see like the electric lines sparking or whatever, and then it hit the ground. So this dude, Jose, was in the woods metal detecting, and he found the sphere. So he said when he picked it up, it wasn't super heavy or whatever. He said it had like some black singe on it that just easily wiped off, but he said as he looked at it, it just looked like something that wasn't made by man. It had these weird ass markings on it, looked like some quarter moons and some weird ass shit, and then something on the front of it that looks like a circuit board with some other things stretching off of it. They say it looks like it was made into like one piece, and that it has holes going around the circumference of it, but it looks like the holes were drilled from the inside out. Like, how the fuck is that even possible? Okay. So long story short, Jose ain't know what to do with this goddamn ball. So he called the company of the metal detector, and he was like, listen, I got this weird ball. I need y'all to help me try to figure out what it is. So the German company got involved. They did some tests. And, they noticed that the sphere, when you add heat to it, it's like they held a blowtorch to it, and it still remained cool to the touch. They said when you pour water on it, you can see the water evaporating off the ball, but it was still cool to the touch. It never got hot. They say the ball changes weight just whenever it wants to. One day it want to weigh this weight. The next day it want to weigh this weight. And they say it could be because obviously it displayed anti-gravity technology. So, but it was damaged. So what they're trying to figure out is maybe it's trying to reactivate its anti-gravity system, but it's damaged. So it's not fully functioning, which is why the weight of it changes. It's like it's going in and out of anti-gravity mode, but not fully, anti-gravity. So, which I think is sweet as fuck. And what you laughing at?
I'm laughing at your ass. You funny.
Because I said anti-gravity mode.
No, it's just the way you said it. That
shit is sweet as fuck.
That's how
I'm gonna be honest. That shit is sweet.
You said with full anti-gravity.
What the fuck you trying to say? I'm a nerd. And okay,
I didn't even say that. You gotta go
it's
back
fine.
and listen
I'll
to
say
it.
it.
You said with full anti-gravity.
Brandon, shut up. Anyway, so basically, it was, people was calling the German company left and right. Yo, let me look at the sphere. 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 And they like, yo, it's getting a little tough. We don't know nothing about this fucking sphere. We make metal detectors, bro. This nigga called us. We trying to figure out what the hell going on too. So what they decided to do was reach out to a famous UFO researcher. I think his name was Musen. I don't know his whole name, but it's like Musen. And the reason why people ain't really trying to feel what he got to say is because the last time niggas heard about this dude, he was talking about a mummified alien that turned out to be paper mache. Like, you got us out here DNA testing paper mache, my nigga. I was very upset about that. It was very embarrassing. Anyway, I digress. So, basically, old boy got a hold of the sphere, and somehow, some way, an American ufologist, some may have heard of him, some may not, but he's very popular. He's the partly responsible for all the whistleblowers that's been coming out and testifying to Congress. Dr. Stephen Greer, okay, just came out a couple days ago saying that he has the sphere and they've been doing some crazy tests on it. And he also said that some dudes, 3 dudes, rolled up to the spot dressed in police uniforms trying to get the sphere. And they ain't had no business trying to get the sphere. So he put out this public service announcement. He was like, listen, we got the sphere. We doing tests on it. And I'm letting you know now, we already let the guards know. We already got our boys watching out. So anybody who want to come and fuck around and find out, we're ready.
That sound like that sound like the second Independence Day movie.
Okay, because to be honest, Brandon, if this sphere is something they said it don't look like it was made by man. You know, it could have been made by a machine. You know, what if it was 3D printed? We don't know. But what the fuck can be 3D printed that just hover in the air? Unless, my theory maybe, what if it's like a ball wrapped around a drone? Could that work? I don't know. Okay, I'm not an aerospace tech. You know what I'm saying? I don't know I don't know aerodynamics, but I'm just saying. I think that shit was crazy as fuck. What the hell? Exactly. Like, why do we got metal balls flying through the sky?
Metal balls, huh?
In Colombia. Yeah, metal balls.
I don't know, but we be having. Never mind. Let me shut the fuck up.
So yeah, that shit is crazy. Let me see what else.
So let me ask you something. Hold on. Before you go forward, I want to show you this because this is what the story. This is what, and according to James Stan shit, yeah, our government has had anti-gravity since the 40s. This is what the story you just sounded like. This is what you just told me. This is what it sounded like.
Who rules the Milky Way. In her last moments of life, the Queen finally released the white ball she had been tightly holding in her hand. This seemingly ordinary white ball is not simple at all, because it contains a terrifying power capable of devouring the universe. Just recently, humans living on Earth accidentally obtained the white ball. However, after scientists' research, they could never fully understand its mystery. In the hands of humans, the white ball seems to have no effect. But just then, a scientist curiously placed his hand on the sphere. The next second his hands were sucked in, accidentally activated the orb's internal positioning system. The white ball then emitted a strong signal source, and transmitted the signal to a certain galaxy deep in the universe. The strong signal awakened the sleeping Queen, who quickly came to the interstellar map. After some checking, the Queen learned that the white ball was on a small planet called Earth. She did not hesitate too much, and immediately summoned her armor to arm herself. The Queen's intent was clear. She wanted to go to Earth to seize the white ball, and at the same time plunder Earth's resources.
If you type in BUGAS sphere, SPHERE, you'll see what it looked like. Not on YouTube. Why would you type it on? I mean, I guess you could do it on YouTube. Yeah.
BUGAS.
Bugas sphere.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at the top. Is that it? Bugas sphere. I can't even say damn sphere. No. BUGAS. Bugas.
That's what I'm typing in.
No, B like boy.
I put in B, but
don't let YouTube autocorrect.
Okay. I didn't let YouTube autocorrect. There you go. There's your boogoid.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. They ain't got no shorts about it? Damn.
You got to click on the short button.
There we go.
You know you could filter it at the top.
I know. I ain't think that far ahead.
March 2nd, Buga, Colombia. Midnight. Something tore through the sky. This is what they found. A near-perfect sphere, but its origin utterly unknown. Investigators were stunned. No welds, no rivets, no seams. Features impossible for typical human manufacturing, as if it was grown, not built. The outside was baffling, but what they discovered inside will shatter your reality. Part 2 tomorrow, March 2nd, Buga, Colombia.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think that's some weird ass shit. Also, something else that's kind of weird too is that there was this woman named Baba Vanga. Baba Vanga. And apparently she was like blind and some other stuff. And she was a prophet, or not like a biblical prophet, but she made prophecies. And some of them, I guess, came true, or whatever the case may be. And she said that the human race will be introduced to extraterrestrials in 2025.
Well, we halfway home to 2026. So, you know, if it's going to happen, then it's going to happen.
She said she said in 2025, we're going to know that we're not alone in the universe. Frankly, I don't give a fuck if we alone, because I'm like, if people are as crazy in space as they are on Earth, no thank you. I'm full.
What are you talking about?
No, I said, frankly, I don't care if we're alone. I said, if people are as crazy in the universe as they are on Earth, no thank you. I'm full.
Yeah. Niggas have figured that we ain't alone for a little minute now. Okay, so like if you come out right now and say we're not alone, people are like, okay, kind of figured that. You know, nobody would be surprised.
I think nobody really cares anymore. We're so desensitized to life. Nobody gives a fuck about anything.
I think people want to see the shit.
You know, I don't want to see it if they're gonna be destructive. Now, if they're gonna come and try to make some shit better, you know, maybe zap away bills, you know what I'm saying? Free electricity, free energy for everybody. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm with that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't come down here unless you're trying to help niggas, okay? Like, okay, we don't need no more freeloaders on Earth. Thank you.
Yeah. Why can't we freeload on y'all planet? I mean, let them freeload on y'all planet.
Wow.
Let them make freeload.
But to be honest, in my humble opinion, because this, you know, it definitely extraterrestrial life contradicts a lot of what I believe as a follower of Jesus Christ, only for one reason. Because the Bible mentions beings that aren't necessarily human, but they're usually either angels or demons or some sort of creature that he just created because he's God and he felt like it that day. So, you know, i.e. Leviathan, you know, i.e. Behemoth, things like that, right? So I'm just like, if extraterrestrials are a thing, my biblical mind tells me that one, they could either be one of several things: angels, demons, or maybe something God made up that we might have missed, okay, in the Bible. I don't know. Or maybe extraterrestrials actually do exist. God actually created them. Maybe they have a Bible too. Maybe they believe in Jesus too. I don't know. But I have so many questions.
So let me ask you something. Do you think the Bible ain't all the way right?
Questions. What?
Do you think the Bible ain't all the way right?
I didn't say that.
I'm just asking.
I think right as to whose standard. Like, what do you mean by right? That's what, and see, and I get what you're going with this, because I used to say before I developed, well, okay, well, let me tell you why I think you're going with it. Okay. before I had a better relationship with Jesus Christ, sometimes I used to question certain things in the Bible, but really people only do that because they want the Bible to fit into the narrative according to the life that they want to live. They don't want to live by God's word. They want to live by their word and find the pieces in the Bible that fits their narrative. I cannot stand that shit. Okay.
Me
That
neither.
really pisses me off.
Pisses
All
me
right.
off too.
What'd you say?
I said that pisses me off too.
Right. So when you say, is the Bible right? I think if the Bible was wrong, God would not have allowed it to become the Bible. Point blank, period. That's how I
Well,
feel
good.
about it.
I'm glad you said that because your boy, Mr. Standback, put a comment up there saying Bible is not all the way right. So, and when I say is the Bible right according to the Bible of James Standback?
No, exactly. The Bible is only wrong to those who don't want to believe the Bible in the first place. So, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And with that being said, I'm going to play something. Kia, you've already seen this, but I'm going to play something. Okay.
She would not repeat the word of God as it was written because she was worried about what YouTube think.
That's wild. That's wild.
Craig sat here and read a verse that's in the Bible about how God detests and all this and how they should be unalived and all like that. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't read it because she's worried about YouTube instead of what's God's word. When we put YouTube over God's word, we're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Treat it like you treat my words because of what YouTube say. So what I'm telling you, my sister, is this. If you gonna be a believer, if you gonna be somebody, Mac, I love you, boy. If you gonna be somebody who is a soldier for God, you gonna make some people uncomfortable.
Facts.
Right. Ain't no way around it if you finna tell the truth about what God said in that Bible. You're gonna make YouTube uncomfortable.
Facts.
You're gonna make the people who don't want to hear certain language uncomfortable.
That's real shit.
My mama told me I was gonna be a preacher. I fought.
So, yeah.
You know what? I just thought of something while you were playing playing that.
What?
I was just thinking about something. So, YouTube in particular, right? Like when a person starts to watch YouTube, you know, you might watch one video, then you watch the next. Eventually, according to either what you continue to watch or what you click like on or what you scroll past, YouTube's algorithm will adjust accordingly, right? And that creates an issue because when you're putting out information, no matter what the information is, it's creating a bias in people's mind based on their own perspective. And I was thinking about YouTube. I was thinking about the name itself, YouTube. And I was like, YOU. And I was like, damn, YOU, your own understanding. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
That shit deep.
That shit deep.
Your own understanding too. Like you're constantly getting fed things that resonates with your own understanding. It limits the ability to have to think critically. It limits the ability to accept other people's opinions because you're only getting constantly fed with the things that satisfy your point of view, your own understanding.
It's part of that agenda to dumb down everything, you know. I mean, but the good thing about YouTube is that there are a lot of outlets that will tell you the truth. The funny thing is that those videos can be tampered with. I get like that Corey Holcomb video that I showed you, the first one. When I first posted that, I remember before I went to bed that night, because I posted it not too long before I went to bed. Before I went to bed that night, it was at 100 views. 100 views. When I woke up the next morning, it was down to 77. You can't unwatch something once you click on it. I was like, I said, oh shit.
You better start screenshotting that shit and having that receipts so you can get on YouTube's app.
I said, these motherfuckers trying to and again, I don't do that shit for money, but I was fascinated by that shit. I said, what the fuck? I said, wow. I said, anything can be tampered with, because if you think about it, I was thinking about this the other day, man. YouTube is just, and as much good as it can do, it's two sides to every story. And what I'm saying, they make YouTube upset. But YouTube is yet another avenue where people can find where people can sell their souls.
Well, let me tell you like this.
But hold on,
sick of all this.
Hold on. YouTube YouTube can be a quicker, more cost-efficient way to get something out there. And and if you go viral or catch a little bit of a wave, there, that's another way. It's another way where people can catch fame that they're thirsting for. And it's another way where they can do that dance. YouTubers, influencers are going out there and they're buying houses in Beverly Hills and shit like that. So it's just another way. If I can't get you one way, I'll get you another. I'm sorry. Now go ahead. What were you saying?
Wow, I was just going to talk about the YouTube censoring stuff. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like in America, nothing should be censored. Like, I'm sorry. You know what? My thing is, I don't like censorship, because I feel like as Americans, and really as human beings on the planet, we all have a God-given right to be able to say what the fuck we want to say, when we want to say it, and how we want to say it. With nobody, like, who are you? Okay. So the fact that people try to take away people's voices don't sit well with me. Now, I might not agree with everything people say out of their mouths, and some people might deserve a smack in it, but I do, however, agree with their right to say it, point blank, period.
Right. And I understand that YouTube, if you go at this and you get enough of a following and enough views, where YouTube can pretty much pay your bills. That's why I was saying this at the beginning of the show, that when I started the show, never once was my goal to be anybody's influencer, nor was my goal on this money. Never. It's just something that I enjoy to do, because that is something that I enjoy doing. Because you're talking about almost 7 years and I've never made fucking dime. I've never made a dime, but I still stay. I go harder at the shit, not to make more money, because I enjoy it more, because it's something that's grown arms and legs. The show itself has grown a life. I have over 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. In the YouTube world, I'm a peon and I don't give a fuck. Because, like I said, this is another way, another avenue to get people to do that dance. And like Corey said, if you more worried about what YouTube think over the word of God, we in trouble.
But you want to know something? I think we got to stop with this whole grand narrative of, oh my God, it's a grand conspiracy. People are so stupid that they're so easily influenced and will sell their soul to the devil for money. First of all, you got to understand, some people don't need to be influenced. Some people are just dirty ass, grimy ass people, and they'll sell their mama for $1.
Sure
you know
will.
what? They don't need the devil involved with that. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to sell their soul for all of that shit. They need
the devil's
all
favorite.
they need is the right opportunity, and it's a go.
They the devil's favorite.
So everything is not always a grand conspiracy. Some people are just actually fucking shitty ass people. Okay, it just is what it is. Some people are shitty ass people. Some people are good people and in a bad situation and feel like that's the only way out. And you know what? For those souls, Lord forgive them, for they know not what they do. Okay. For everybody else who knowingly got what they going into what they getting, may you, God bless you with whatever the fuck you deserve. Okay. And to the pizza shits who are just shitty ass people and will sell their mama for $1, fuck you. And that's all I got to say.
You seen the beginning of New Jack City? What
No.
Levert is singing when they're singing for the love of money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Your grandmother's the one who said there's a song for everything. Yeah, damn sure is. Yeah, damn sure
and
is.
Gaga never lied. She never lied.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's crazy. But yeah, the fact that they will fuck with your page. They will fuck with your page if you say something like it's crazy, because you know that's how you know when something has been compromised, because YouTube didn't used to be like that. YouTube did not used to be like that. But now, shit. But anyway. It is all. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock on the head. So I am going to bid everybody a good night, or should we go 4 more minutes to hit 3 hours on the head?
You're the host of the show. You do whatever you want.
What the fuck is this? Hold up. Hit me. The hell? Fuck out of here. Why don't y'all leave me alone? Damn. Gee whiz. Yeah. We just go ahead and say that's a rizap. Y'all know I'll be back on Monday. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow? Let me look at it.
Hot.
Huh?
It's going to be 14 degrees warmer than today.
Damn. And it felt good today. Yes, it's supposed to be like 91 degrees. Okay, so it's supposed to be like 91 degrees the next 3 days. Tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. But it's supposed to thunderstorm on Sunday. Leave that what they say. Should I stop and get any fireworks for Friday?
For what? Why we just can't go see fireworks? They do them at the Diamond. Matter of fact, they were shooting off fireworks last night.
They've always done
at the Diamond.
They've done them at the Diamond forever. You know, they'll continue to do them at the Diamond. That's all right. Let's see. I passed these fireworks stands on Brook Road, going and coming. Pause to the daycare.
Wow.
I don't know. Oh, shit. Anarav need to call your boy and say, hey, can y'all come back and do something on the 4th of July? That shit would be what's up.
Okay.
I said Anarav, Verona backwards. But anyway. All right, peoples. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you for thugging it out with me, even though I started it late. Thank you for thugging it out with Kia. Thank you for thugging it out with Zach. Chat, y'all know I love you. Y'all know we love you. Thank y'all for listening to me. Not even vent, because I wasn't venting at the beginning of the show. I was just talking. And I was talking some true shit. And I meant what I said about Michelle Obama. I ain't taking that back. Give a fuck. Anyway. Now I'm not gonna go as far as the other people want to go, as far as calling her Michael, the conspiracy theorist. I ain't gonna do that, but I think, yeah, I said what I said, and I stand on what I
I'm
said.
gonna get y'all niggas. That's all I'm gonna say.
Huh?
God gonna get y'all asses.
Who is y'all?
All these people out here calling that woman a man.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing that.
He
I ain't doing
gonna
that.
get y'all. You know what? One thing I love about life is so poetic. It's like when you least expect it. When sometimes you think that people just skate away, free all their life being a motherfucking asshole. But when you least expect it, karma comes right in the nick of time. And it brings me the sweetest piece of satisfaction. I love seeing that shit, bro.
And that's why your black ass sending laughing emojis, because you the main one calling somebody a man. You know who I'm talking to, Kia.
Huh?
I said, no, I said, and that's why this nigga sitting here sending
I was
LOL.
like, damn, what the fuck did I do?
No, I'm saying that's, I said, no, I'm not, I'm saying that's why this nigga sitting here sending laughing emojis to the chat, because you know his black ass be the main one calling somebody a man.
It's
you know
ridiculous.
who I'm talking to. Yeah, you know I'm talking to, but no, I'm not going there. No,
My
I
thing
didn't go
is,
there.
if you aren't the one that has to worry about the alleged penis that, you know, Michelle Obama, people keep saying that she had, if you don't have to worry about that, why you worry about what Obama like? If that's what he like, that's what he like. Mind your fucking business.
I don't give a
Mind
fuck
your
about
motherfucking business.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with the goddamn world. Y'all niggas is nosy. Go to bed, all right? Y'all niggas nosy. All right, I'm tired of that shit, yo. If she was a man, so the fuck what?
You worried
That's
about the
what he
penis.
like.
You worried about the penis because you want to
That's
suck
what
it.
he
That's
like.
why. You worried about
And
the
it just
penis because you
is
want to
what it
suck
is.
it. You worried about the penis because you want to have a peanut party.
Damn.
Oh, diddy ass
Stay
nigga.
out of people business. Y'all niggas nosy, bro.
Stay out of people underwear. Nasty
God
bastard.
damn.
Tyler Perry molesting people. I mean, allegedly. Tyler Perry
Wait
fucking
a
with people.
minute.
Tyler Perry fucking with people allegedly. He fucking with people allegedly. I didn't even get into that shit.
That ain't my business. I'm done. This fucking Diddy trial showed me that I just need to mind my goddamn business.
Nobody was talking about selling America.
I'm like motherfucking, what's the dude name? I don't want to know. That's how I'm feeling right now. I don't want to know, please.
Yeah. Stay out of people underwear, you nasty ass niggers.
Exactly. I do not care. It's like, why are we stirring up chaos in people's life? Who
the only
fuck
person
cares
you know
if
that
she a man?
the only person that you know wearing a dress that got a penis is Tyler Perry. That you know for certain. The rest of that shit
even if she was a man, so what? She identified as a woman now, and it is the fuck what it is.
You just
because
mad
God
because
gave us free will, and we live in the greatest country on planet Earth. She can do whatever the fuck she want to do.
Yeah, you just mad because you was jerking off to her pictures, nigga.
Oh my God.
He said it, not me.
I'm dead ass. You know, whether we agree or not, what people do in their own personal life is not for nobody else to, like, you can have your opinion, but your opinion don't mean a motherfucking thing. It's just your opinion.
Don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing.
It don't. Like, go get a fucking hobby. Are you bored? What is going on?
Are you bored, nigga? Is you bored, son?
I'm just speaking to people. I'm just speaking to people who choose to sow chaos in other people's life. This is not pointed to anyone specifically, but if something in your soul resonates with this, you might fit the motherfucking description. And it just is what it is.
You might fit the description. That's why
I don't give a fuck about that, because I'm gonna be honest with you. America is a country of fucking criminals. The whole goddamn country is corrupt. Okay, everybody done defrauded the American people. Even the goddamn American people done defrauded the American people. So I don't want to hear about none of that shit no more.
American people who don't like Popeye's
I don't want to hear about none of that shit.
Defrauded the American people.
Let's talk about all the motherfuckers who got the goddamn PPP loans, and you want to talk about defrauding the American people. Fuck out of here with all that.
And I got a P too, nigga. Yeah, it's a PPP
Before
loan.
the American people can say about what other people is doing to the American people need to stop doing the shit to ourselves.
To ourselves. And Doge
We're
ain't
not
shit.
motherfucking victims. Yet we are we are allowing. We
Allowing.
allow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. What Tyler Craig say? Oh. Got something to say, nigga. Get it off your chest, nigga. What? Oh.
Period. Period. I'm sick of
Like
these
me,
whining
like
ass crybabies.
come with it. Oh, nigga.
No, I'm sick of like mind your goddamn business. Okay, mind your business. Unless you out here running for fucking office trying to make a motherfucking change, stop sowing seeds of goddamn chaos. You just adding to the motherfucking problem. Do something about it. Do something about it. Fix it. Go out there, feed some goddamn babies. Start handing out shit to homeless people. It's hot as fuck. Go load up a cooler full of water bottles and go start handing them shits out. You want to do something for the American public? Or you just want to sit there with your motherfucking Twitter fingers talking shit all goddamn day? Go actually fucking help instead of talking shit. Sick of y'all lame ass niggas, bro. No, I'm dead ass. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that shit.
Be on the news like
Meanwhile, we over here talking about the former first lady having a penis. It's niggas starving on the street. Why is that at the top of the fucking conversation? It's babies with nowhere to go. Okay? It's no food to fucking eat. They not going to school. Mamas don't got no work. Daddy ain't in the house. It's bigger problem than Michelle Obama having a fucking penis. Grow the fuck up.
Obama having a fucking dick.
Grow up and get a goddamn life.
Grow up the way you think Michelle Obama dick grow up, nigga.
And this came from a place because dead ass. Let me tell you, dead ass. Like I've been on scrolling through Instagram lately the last couple of days, and it got me in a chokehold. I feel some motherfucking type of way.
Oh shit. That's not why I was talking about Michelle. At the beginning of the show, that's not why I was talking about Michelle Obama.
Like the world is going fucking crazy, bro. It's like, where's the goddamn compassion, yo? Where the fucking love at? Everybody just want to talk shit about everybody. Love. Everybody just want to do shit for clicks and likes. Everybody just do everything for like niggas out here. Clout chasing is so ridiculous. It's lame as fuck. Y'all niggas are bored and you need to find something to do with your fucking lives while you still got one. God damn. I digress. I digress. I'm sorry. That shit pisses me off, bro. Like, who the fuck are you talking shit about everybody and their mom?
Michelle Obama's already doing other fucked up shit, but how's having a dick? Who cares about that?
Period. Now, I'm not talking about her other fucked up shit. I'm no man. Just mind your goddamn business. Everybody. What did she do?
Talking about.
What did she do? Oh, that's the rant you went on earlier today?
That's the rant. Well, that was just a part of it. That my whole rant wasn't about that. That was a small segment. No, that was a small segment of it. But I think
bottom line is I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
I've never been on that. Her name is Michael Obama. Shut the fuck up with that, nigga.
I don't give a damn
because I guarantee
I'm on my Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? Like, why? What are we? Why are we talking?
If she knocked on anybody's door who called her Michael and whipped out a pussy, they would hit and said, "You want to hit?" They would hit.
First of all, if somebody walked up to her house and called her Michael and she whipped out a blick on that nigga, stand the fuck down, okay?
No, she ain't gonna whip out.
Go play with something safe. Don't play with me.
Shit,
yeah, that's what you should do with them niggas.
All right, Beans. But she ain't gonna whip out. She ain't gonna whip out no blick, but she ain't gonna whip out no dick neither.
Oh my God.
What?
That I just didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah. She ain't gonna whip out no
blick. You said it with the hard CK.
Yeah, she ain't gonna whip out no dick neither, nigga.
The hard CK at the end. Yeah. I'm weak.
Yeah, but if she pulled down her drawers and said, "Come hit this," all of you Michael Obama saying niggas your penises would be hard as a rock.
First of all, that's disgusting because Michelle Obama is like old enough to be somebody's mama.
It don't matter.
Second of all, why?
If she pull up on somebody in their late 40s or early 50s, telling something, you want this? Shit, man, please don't shit, please.
Earth is such an unserious place, and I swear to God, if the aliens come, I'm packing my shit. Okay, I am packing my shit, and I'm on the first cigar-shaped craft off this motherfucker. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I was supposed to
Earth is getting very lame.
I was supposed
by
to
the second.
I was supposed to be off of this stream 13 minutes ago, but we got to
I'm
talking about
sorry.
chicks. We got to talking about chicks with dicks and all of this other. What's wrong with America and people is hot outside, all that other shit.
I didn't mean to go on that
No, you
rampage,
ain't
but
got to
it's just, you know,
apologize. You ain't
I
got to
genuinely
apologize.
care about human beings. And you know what I don't like? Motherfucking bullies. I want a bully to come see me. I really do. I really, really do. I don't like motherfucking bullies. And I don't
I
like
don't
niggas
like
that
bullies.
talk shit and don't do nothing about the actual problem. That just add to it. It's too much of that shit going on nowadays. And I got kids that got to grow up in this fucked up ass world. And I'm not standing by idle anymore. I don't. I
Exactly.
do
Yeah.
shit for this world. I'm
Yeah.
out here in these streets doing my part as a good, decent fucking citizen and not just sitting behind complaining and ranting with motherfucking conspiracy theories and shit that ain't relevant to nothing and can't help no motherfucking body with nothing. Nothing.
Well,
So don't talk to me about nothing. Nothing. I'm sick of all this lame ass shit. So yeah, I want a bully to come see me. I want to.
But hold on. Yoo-hoo. Hi. Hello.
Hi, hey.
How you
What's
doing?
up?
How you
I'm sorry,
doing?
I did it again. I did
But
it
no,
again.
but what was that? You
Oh,
said,
I'm sorry.
conspiracy theories that didn't mean nothing. So what was that sphere shit about then?
No, wait, that's not a conspiracy theory. That shit is real facts. It actually happened. The motherfucking sphere was in the goddamn sky flying. It was on two people's separate video. And in a third video, they filmed this motherfucker finding it in the woods. Okay. It's a real thing. That's not a conspiracy. Now, what it is
The bitch was a dog
might
tree.
be the conspiracy. Somebody said they should hammer it open. Yeah, go ahead and open it. Let's say, for example,
No, they
it's an
shouldn't do that.
alien weapon.
They shouldn't
No, but
do
let's
that.
say, for example, it's an alien weapon. You smash that bitch open and you
And
unleash a
kablooey.
black hole. Everything
And
gets sucked in.
And kablooey. And kablooey.
So,
Yeah.
you see, that's why you humans.
Well, but hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
goodness.
Oh, no, all jokes aside. What have I been saying for years about human beings? Who's gonna be the destruction of human beings?
Obviously, human beings.
Exactly.
But according to the Bible, actually, the true destruction.
What do they
I'm
say?
just joking.
What do they say? Curiosity killed the cat. Well, we the motherfucking pussies. Curiosity killed the cat.
Wow.
We the motherfucking pussy.
My thing is, it's like, you know what? But to be honest, technically, whatever the fuck this is was in our space. And mind you, if you found a package on your property, right? And you don't know who it belonged to, no address, no nothing, no name, no number. Would you inspect it? Would you find out more about it? Would you
Hell
keep
no.
it for your own?
No, if you're asking me directly, no. Because if shit ain't my business, I ain't fucking with it. No.
Well, you know what? Being that
you're asking me now. No.
Yeah, well, okay. I understand. I'm the cat. I'm definitely the cat because I've been curious all my life. I'm gonna be honest. And I've been I'm science geek nerd, all this weird shit all my life. And I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the strangest time to be living on Earth because I'm gonna be honest, some bunch of weird fucking crazy ass shit going on. I swear to God, this is not the same Earth I was born on. I'm here nonetheless. I digress. But I think it's also a really cool time to be on Earth because there's some weird shit happening and the shit is low-key cool. Like for nerds, you know, I can't speak for everybody. So, you know, hide your kids, hide your wife, and you know, pray to whoever the fuck you believe in. But it is what it is. Reality is what it is. And one beautiful thing about it is that we all have to accept it because we cannot change reality. Good, bad, or indifferent. It is here. It ain't going no fucking where. But it's up to the individual to choose how to navigate through it. Because life don't have to be chaos just because chaos is going on around you. Period. It really don't have to be. But it's chaos if you sow chaos. If you're chaos, that's all you're gonna be around you is chaos. So I choose the opposite. However, you know, I'm healed, but don't think for 1 second that, you know, it's scar tissue. The wound is still there. It's just scar tissue. Okay. So that's why I said I don't like bullies. I don't. And it's something, I mean, you know, I used to tell you all the time, I want to be a CIA agent, want to be a cop, want to be this and that, because I've always felt this weird ass sense of justice and, you know, like, what the fuck? You know, I can't, but I can't because I have an anger issue and I would catch cases. So I cannot be a cop. So, you know, I try to channel it. I do good things for people. You know, I don't need to go into details because God said you don't need to brag about all the good things you do. But I do good things for people just because. Because why not? Why the fuck not? With so much bad in the world, why not do a little fucking good?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Y'all
And
niggas
we
are
the
fighting
motherfucking
chance.
pussy.
Damn. Because
Curiosity
God
killed
gonna
the
get
cat.
y'all asses, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just
I'm not,
saying.
I'm not doing that because I'm not gonna.
I
I'm
did
not,
it. I
go
did
ahead.
it. Hide
I'm
your
not doing
kids.
that.
Hide your wife.
I'm not doing
Get
that.
your Bible.
I'm not. I mean, yeah, always keep your Bible. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Anyway,
You know, I gotta end it like that all the time, right now.
Yeah, and I ended silly. We done gone on 20 minutes extra.
Go ahead.
I'm not
Go
playing
ahead,
Reagan
Reagan.
tonight. I'm not playing
I was
Reagan.
waiting for it. I
Nope.
was waiting.
I'm not doing it. Curiosity killed the cat, and we the motherfucking pussy. Anyway, you guys, we out of here. Peace. Love you. See you on Monday. It is
Good night.
and good luck. After 3. So, deuces.